Show on Sports Radio 96.7.
And we are live at Allegheny College. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you. It is the District 10 Class 1A Baseball Championship game today, live from cloudy, damp, and windy Allegheny College. I'm Ryan Briggs, as I said, along with Chris Burtch. We have Aaron Byro back in the studio producing our game. And Chris, doubleheader, of course, game 2 later, Lakeview and Sharpsville in the 2A championship game, but West Middlesex and Saegertown, two teams that certainly know the playoff path very, very well.
Yeah, again, two certainly of the powers in Single A and District 10 in recent times. Again, you look at kind of the records. Saegertown coming in at 18-2. West Middlesex at 9-11, but West Middlesex, of course, is paired up with a lot of the 2A powers. As a matter of fact, the two teams that are playing in the second game of our doubleheader, Lakeview and Sharpsville, are in that region. So certainly West Middlesex will be well tested playing those teams, and Saegertown, they've obviously had a tremendous amount of success up there in Region 3.
Both teams advanced to the state tournament, Chris, so a little less pressure on this game. Certainly it's a big game. You're playing for T-shirts, you're playing for a trophy, right, and you're playing for a banner. But unlike Game 2 today, which is win or go home, both these teams will be playing next Monday in the state playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's certainly a whole different approach, right? You're not thinking about the what you're going to say to your team afterwards if this is in fact the end of the season. So yeah, all of those kind of pressures are off. But yeah, like you said, I mean, thinking about winning 4 more games and winning the state title to get another T-shirt and ring opportunity is a long shot. So yeah, these teams a lot of stakes and a lot of high pressure on this one. Both teams trying to win a District 10 title.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we will talk about the teams. We'll have the Minuteman Press and one-stop mail starting lineups, and we'll visit with West Middlesex head coach Colton Hoffman. We'll have more pregame after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
The tax team at Reed and Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service. Reed and Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed and Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed and Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online at reedanddaly.com.
Debt relief is within reach with help from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help with affordable financial solutions and lower monthly payments. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with zero closing costs until June 30th. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, members of the NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
In need of dental care, Buell Regional Health Foundation and Remote Area Medical have partnered to bring a free dental clinic to our community. The clinic will be held on Saturday and Sunday, June 8th and 9th, inside Sharon High School's gymnasium. Each day, patients will be seen on a first-come, first-served basis starting at 6 a.m., and all services will be provided at no cost and no ID required. Save the date, June 8th and 9th, to be seen by a dental professional for exams, cleanings, fillings, extractions, and oral hygiene instruction, all for free at Sharon High School. Patients be prepared for a potential extended waiting period.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard, too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Debt relief is within reach with help from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help with affordable financial solutions and lower monthly payments. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with zero closing costs until June 30th. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, members of the NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Enjoy the action.
And we are back here at Allegheny College, Bob Garbark Field, home of the Allegheny Gators, along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs here today. Game 1 of 2, the 1A championship game in District 10, Saegertown and West Middlesex. And you mentioned in our first segment about the rugged schedule Big Reds played with the 4 2A teams that were the semifinalists, plus Mercer, who really had Lakeview on the ropes in the District 10 quarterfinals. 9-11 overall is the West Middlesex record now after a couple of playoff wins, win over Cochranton 15-0 in the quarterfinals, 6-3 over Youngsville in the semis. And sometimes you'll see people squawking about, their record, blah, 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 this and that. And again, sometimes, there are teams that are in the playoffs and probably shouldn't be. But in this case, West Middlesex being a 1A team in a predominantly 2A league, the record, chances are, is not going to be, exemplary. But this is a good baseball team the head coach Colton Hoffman has in that third base dugout.
Yeah, you know my stance on it. I've always thought that District 10 made a very good decision when they sort of put the regions together geographically, regardless of classification, within reason. And so a lot of times maybe just geographically you get thrown into with a bunch of schools, a bunch of teams that are really good, that are in the higher classification, but you shouldn't be punished heading into the playoffs against teams your own size. Again, if they're gonna set the regions up that way, then they're doing the right thing by allowing teams with, like you said, not as great records into the playoffs, and then they get to play teams their own size. And as we see with West Middlesex, they've had a ton of success.
And a team that is maybe not really a lot of familiar names, a fairly young squad, but they certainly have played well, and a pretty good pitching staff led by the guy we will see on the mound today, Kyle Gilson, 6-3, one of a handful of veterans on this team, and he's been a big game guy all year. 9 strikeouts in the semis against Youngsville, and certainly the Big Reds looking for big things from him today.
Yeah, no question. I mean, you think about this Big Red team, last year, Richie Preston, Gio Ricosi, 2 great seniors, and then a good senior class to go along with them. So, this is a young squad, but Kyle Gilson's had a terrific season, and what a great win it was for him in the semis. And, to be able to turn right around and pitch again today is a big, big bonus, obviously, for the Big Reds because he's their guy.
Wyatt Burchell will get the start for Saegertown, 4-0, 26 strikeouts in 30 innings, a left-hander. His season high is 5 innings. I have to think probably Saegertown may be a case of kind of splitting things, maybe 4-3, 5-2, however it works out for head coach Nick Leslie. But he has a deep staff, and that's certainly one. If you're going to say where's Saegertown's biggest edge, certainly it's a very deep team, the lineup, etc. But a pitching staff that 1 through 4, there's no drop off.
Yeah, there's no drop off at all. You look at the ERAs. There's a whole bunch of 1s as the first number, in the ERAs, and Wyatt Burchell coming in, 4-0, 1.63 ERA. So he's been good all year. But like you said, that's a great advantage to have if you're Saegertown. Is, hey, go out and give me your best for 3 innings, 2, 3, 4 innings, and then we'll get somebody else to go out there and give their best for 2, 3 innings, and we got lots of guys that can do it. And, so there's no doubt a little pressure off of this terrific, done by committee, Saegertown pitching staff.
When we come back, we will visit with West Middlesex head coach Colton Hoffman. Don't forget, we have the Minuteman Press and one-stop mail starting lineups. More pregame after this on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Investing in a variable annuity, you may want to make sure that you're exhausting the contribution limits of your 401k, IRA, or other qualified retirement plan. In the end, variable annuities are really a value judgment. Call David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, to evaluate whether a variable annuity suits your objective at 724-458-5233 or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC. Member FINRA, SIPC. Dave Cashtaller and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services to Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashtaller and Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks. There is a surrender charge imposed generally during the first 5 to 7 years that you own the contract. Withdrawals prior to age 59.5 may result in a 10% IRS tax penalty, in addition to any ordinary income tax. The guarantee of the annuity is backed by the financial strength of the underlying insurance company. Investment sub-account values will fluctuate with changes in market conditions.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Debt relief is within reach with help from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help with affordable financial solutions and lower monthly payments. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with zero closing costs until June 30th. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, members of the NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
Do you know a child who has lost a loved one? If so, consider Buell Regional Health Foundation's Camp Courage. Camp Courage is free and helps children who are experiencing grief and loss by incorporating the fun of camp along with healing activities. Camp Courage will be held from July 29th to August 2nd at Buell Park. To attend Camp Courage, children must be in grades K through 6 in the 24-25 school year and attend school in or reside in Mercer County. For more information or to register, go to buhlregionalhealthfoundation.org/camp.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Scoreboard is the home team. Their opponent, the West Middlesex Big Reds, are coached by Colton Hoffman. Be on the scoreboard of the visiting team. Now for the starting lineups.
Earlier, I had a chance to visit with West Middlesex head coach Colton Hoffman, and here are Coach Hoffman's thoughts as we get set for first pitch.
Our pregame continues here on Sports Radio 96.7, brought to you by Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Ryan Briggs here with West Middlesex skipper Colton Hoffman. Coach, back in the District 10 championship game. Of course, your team, the defending champions, but a much different Big Reds team this year. A lot of young guys that have come through for you. Kind of as we're here approaching first pitch, I'm sure the boys are ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. They're ready to go. It's been a grind of a year for us. We play in a really good league, and we're a little younger this year than we've been the last few years. But it's become an expectation of this program to play on Memorial Day. We're here again. I couldn't be more proud of the kids that got us here.
Hey, you mentioned the league, and of course, it's a mixed 1A, 2A league, and the 4 teams that were the 2A semifinalists, Wilmington and Greenville, who've both been eliminated, and then Lakeview and Sharpsville, who play later today in our second game. You played all those teams twice this year. 4 really good teams, 8 teams against tough competition. How much do you think that those games, as you reflect upon that, again, you're still looking forward, not backwards, but how much has that helped your team in this postseason run?
Well, it's definitely prepared us. And don't forget about Mercer, who had Lakeview on the ropes in the first round as the 8 seed. I mean, there's 5 AA teams in our league that are all really, really good. There's no you're not excited to play any of those teams. But it definitely gets you ready for this time of year. We're prepared to face good lineups. We're prepared to face good pitching. So we just got to take that experience. It's a grind going through it. You get beat up sometimes going through it, but you got to take it and use it for the better. And it's gotten us here, and hopefully it pays dividends today too.
You mentioned good pitching and a good lineup. Talking about Saegertown now, what are some things that concern you more specifically about Coach Leslie's team?
Well, they've got 3 kids that can pitch the baseball, at least. That's who we've seen. And 1 through 9, they're going to put the bat on the ball. I think they're all above 300 hitting on the year. They don't strike out much. They walk a lot. They get hit by a lot of pitches. Man, they're just a scrappy team. I mean, I don't think there's any superstars like the Schaefer kid last year, who was just a phenomenal player. But man, 1 through 9, it is a very solid, very good, very skilled baseball team.
Coach Hoffman, always a pleasure. Best of luck, my friend.
Thank you, Briggsy. Appreciate it.
And that was Hoffman joining us now for the Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail starting lineup. So we are going to be getting started a few minutes early here today, and with the weather possibly being an issue, why not? First for West Middlesex, leading off will be the third baseman, Roman Golub. Bowen Briggs at first base, bats second. Kyle Gilson at first base will hit third. Tyler Blant on the shortstop hits cleanup. Caleb Conkar will catch and hit fifth. Logan Kent in center field batting sixth. Aiden Pushkar will bat seventh. He's in right field. Landon Zeck, the second baseman, hits eighth. Cameron Miles, the DH, bats ninth. He's hitting for the left fielder, David Lakatos. Golub, Briggs, Gilson, Blanton, Conkar, Kent, Pushkar, Zeck, Miles. For Saegertown, Levi Gardner leads off. He's in left field. Luke Young, the center fielder, bats second. Blake Burchill at third base hits third. Wyatt Burchill, the pitcher, will hit cleanup. Blake Leslie, the shortstop, bats fifth. DeMarcus Manning at first base will bat sixth. William Schaefer in right field batting seventh. Gabe Jordan, the DH, will hit eighth, with Everett Gardner playing second base and batting ninth. The catcher and not batting is Reese Wilkinson. Gardner, Young, Blake Burchill, Wyatt Burchill, Leslie, Manning, Schaefer, Jordan, and Gardner. Saegertown in the gold jerseys, navy numbers and letters outlined in white. White pants, West Middlesex, white tops with red numbers and letters. White pants, red trim. As the breeze blowing in, as you heard in the interview there, Coach, with Coach Hoffman, it is a gale blowing in from right.
Yeah,
today.
It sure is. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And it seems a little unpredictable. It's kind of changed directions and changed spin a little bit here. So, yeah, I think the wind will just kind of
Saegertown backstop is ready to go, and we are ready to go. District 10 championship game. Roman Golub leading off. Golub hitting .321, no home runs, and 7 runs batted in. And the first pitch from the left-hander Burchill is high for ball one. We're underway at 11:58 a.m.
Yeah, a little high pitch there. Really tough to lay off. Good job by Golub laying off of that.
Burchill kicks and deals, swing and miss by Golub. The count now 1-1.
I love this vantage point. We can actually almost kind of imagine ourselves hitters here. Really good curveball there. Golub just out ahead of it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball and is skied out into short right field. Going back and fighting the wind is the second baseman for Saegertown, Everett Gardner. He'll make the catch. And Roman Golub is out number 1 in today's game.
Yeah, that looked for a second like it had a chance maybe to kind of bleed in there between the second baseman, center fielder, and right fielder. But second baseman did a nice job just kind of going back on it. And you said fighting the wind, and there was no doubt about that, but managed to bring it in.
1 away for Bowen Briggs, the first baseman, hitting .224 this year. No home runs, 10 runs batted in. First pitch inside for a ball. Briggs playing first. Evan Gilson, the regular first baseman, is out today. So West Middlesex without the starting first baseman and also regular cleanup hitter. So a noticeable absence for the Big Reds. 1-0's roped down the left field line. It is a fair ball. Briggs gives a look. He's getting the wave around, and now he will pull up a long single. Is getting over there to get it back in is Levi Gardner, but Bowen Briggs gets the first hit of the afternoon.
Yeah, just inside fastball. Really good bat speed. And just right down the third baseline. Third baseman for Saegertown barely reacted. So great job hitting there by Briggs.
Brings up Kyle Gilson, the starting pitcher. He's hitting in the 3 spot, .368 average. Lefty batter. Facing the lefty Wyatt Burchill. Burchill with a token toss over. And Briggs back safely. Briggs this year, 4 stolen bases.
You can tell Burchill had a move first. That was his slow B move there.
First pitch is in the dirt, and it skips away. It will trickle over towards the third base dugout. And Briggs takes second on the wild pitch. All turf infield here at Allegheny. So when we say dirt, it's actually brown turf, but you know what we mean.
Yes.
Symmetrical field here, 320 down the lines, 365 to the alleys, and 390 to center. But it will take a big-time shot to get it out today with the wind howling straight in from right center. 1-0 on Gilson. This one is roped to right.
It is going to drop in for a big quickly by the right fielder, William Schaefer. Up. But he's at third with one down. Runners on the corners, back-to-back hits for the Big Reds.
Shortstop number 5.
Yeah, how about Gilson there again? Also turning on. That time it was a curveball, lefty. Curveball. Gilson just turning on it right down the right field line. So these West Middlesex hitters, they are all over Burchill here.
Burchill 4-0, as we alluded to in the pregame, but he's in a bit of a jam here. First and third, one down, facing Tyler Blanton. And Blanton fouls this one off. Blanton moving into the cleanup spot today, hitting .340. He's knocked in 16. That leads the team. Also leads the team with 6 doubles. He's on a 5-game hit streak. Burchill's 0-1, drops in for a strike, and it's now 0-2.
That pitch looked like it was going to be outside, and then it just dropped right down over the outside corner of the plate.
So 0-2. Burchill will throw over to first, and Gilson back safely. Maybe here Colton Hoffman on the third base box zone. That's a balk.
Yeah, and the balk there.
That the front foot can only go so far towards the plate. 0-2 drops low for ball 1 and 2. I think he was saying that he made the move closer to home than towards first.
Right.
Like many of those.
Right. There's no doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
1 and 2 now on the right hand hitting Tyler Blanton. Burchill kicks and deals.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss. Chased one away. That is the first strikeout of the afternoon. 2 away
Number 0,
for Caleb Conkar. Conkar hitting .455 this year, 20 of 44. He's knocked in 7. 7 multi-hit games in the last 11, so perhaps the hottest hitter in the Big Red lineup.
Yeah, definitely needs a good guy to have up in this situation, because I think Burchill kind of found something there. That's that at bat right there was exactly why we call left-handed pitchers crafty.
Briggs at third, Gilson at first. Burchill throw over to first, and Gilson back. Gilson 1 stolen base on the season. So he's certainly getting, I would say, an inordinate amount of attention.
Yeah.
Burchill set at the belt. First pitch on the way to Conkar is in the dirt, blocked by catcher Wilkinson for ball 1.
Yeah, the catchers, that's one thing. We noted that last year with Burchill. I mean, the catcher definitely gets a workout because they're always low in the zone.
Burchill set at the belt, kicks and deals, 1-0, swing and a miss as Conkar waves at a high breaking ball, 1-1.
Yeah, that's such a tough pitch to lay off of, but it's almost unhittable up there by the eyeballs. And Burchill got him that time.
Ball and a strike. Briggs inching down the line from third. The 1-1. Breaking ball that doesn't break, stays high, 2-1. The Saegertown defense, Burchill doing the pitching. Wilkinson is catching. DeMarcus Manning at first. Everett Gardner at second. Blake Burchill at third. Blake Leslie at short. Levi Gardner, Luke Young, William Schaefer left to right on the outfield. 2-1, throw over to first again. Nice grab by Manning of that somewhat errant toss.
Like you said, it's almost surprising that Gilson is getting that much attention. He almost threw that one away and gave the Big Reds a run.
1 steal in 20 games this year.
I tell you,
and with him being the starting pitcher today, too. It just, first inning doesn't seem like a situation where he would go. Little wider lead for him, almost daring Burchill.
Yeah.
2-1, strike at the knees, now 2-2 on Caleb Conkar. Saegertown will have Levi Gardner, Luke Young, and Blake Burchill due in the home half of the first.
Yeah, Burchill almost uses that fastball like most pitchers use the changeup.
Gilson, a massive lead. And now Burchill will step off, and Gilson retreats to the bag.
A little game of cat and mouse here, huh? Trying to get Burchill to throw, maybe have the runner break from third.
Gilson again. That is a He's 18 feet off the bag. Burchill comes home, the 2-2. Bounced up the middle, grabbed by the second baseman, Gardner. He steps on the bag to beat the sliding Gilson, and that ends the threat. West Middlesex has runners on the corners with one down, but does not score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Through half an inning at Allegheny College, it's West Middlesex 0. Saegertown coming to bat. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7, brought to you by Grove City Area Federal Credit Union.
Your financial future could be everything you desire if you're willing to dream it, plan it, and do it. Those are 3 simple ideas, yet powerful when it comes to realizing your lifetime goals. A new home, funding a child's education, income for life. Creating the future of your dreams calls for action. And now it's easier than ever with the help of an advisor. Let David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, with Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, walk you through a process designed to help you pursue your goals. Stop by and visit Dave, Tim, and Eric at Cashdollar and Associates, LLC. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC, is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We are back here at Allegheny College, Garbark Field. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you. Aaron Biro in the studio producing our game today. West Middlesex had a pretty good opportunity in the first inning, first and third, but did not score. Now, the big lefty, Kyle Gilson, will toe the rubber against Saegertown. It'll be Levi Gardner, Luke Young, and Blake Burchill. Don't forget, after both of our games today, we'll have the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Chris, always fun. Memorial Day, certainly a day of solemnity, but also from this standpoint, a fun day. District 10 Championship Day in baseball and softball.
Yeah, certainly a kind of a neat tradition that District 10 has going with the baseball and softball championships, always kind of rolling onto this day, and yeah, a lot of people get to spend the day with their family here at the ballpark. So yeah, it's a great tradition, and certainly for you and I, a tradition to see West Middlesex and Saegertown going at it in the District 10 championship.
Yeah, they played last year at Slippery Rock University, where the temperature, both in the air and of the game itself, was much hotter.
Yes.
As of course there were a couple of ejections last year. It got heated, and West Middlesex winning 2-0. It was hot last year.
Yeah,
it is not hot today in Meadville. Temperature in the mid-60s. It's breezy and damp, but we're playing ball, which we weren't sure of that maybe even 12 hours ago. Kyle Gilson, the big lefty, first pitch to Levi Gardner is in for a strike. The bottom of the first is underway. Gardner hitting .477 this year. No home runs, but he's knocked in 20. And he is 15 for his last 28. Gilson's 0-1, a little low, and it's now 1-1 on the right-hand hitting Levi Gardner.
Gets the barrel of the bat on the baseball, no matter where it is in the zone.
1-1, swing and a miss. And it's now 1-2.
Gilson crossed him up there. Little inside changeup. He was way out ahead of it.
1-2. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 1 for Gilson. 1 away for Luke Young.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, Gilson had Levi Gardner looking uncomfortable. Well, essentially from pitch. Like you said, a guy that was 15 for his last 21 really looked uncomfortable in the box that time against Gilson.
First was a chopper up the third base line, fielded by the third baseman. It is high. It's going to be an infield hit, and then getting an extra base on the play is going to be the batter Young. So he reaches on the single, and then the throwing error by the third baseman Golub will give him an extra 90 feet.
Would have been obviously a very tough play for Golub there. Probably if he'd have fielded it To tell your guy to eat that,
A runner in scoring position for Blake Burchill, the third baseman. Gilson's first pitch. It is skied in foul territory down the right field line, and it will land in the bullpen area for strike number one. So Young out at second with one down. Blake Burchill on the season, hitting .579, 2 home runs, and a team-leading 30 runs batted in. He's on an 11-game hit streak.
Yeah, .579. In high school, varsity baseball is impressive at any level.
0-1 gets past the catcher Conkar, and taking third on the wild pitch is Young. So runner at third with one down. And we'll see what West Middlesex selects to do with the defense. Looks like the infield is going to stay back.
Yeah,
here in the bottom of the first. Count is 1-1 on Blake Burchill. Third baseman Gold now will play even with the bag. Gilson out of the windup, the 1-1. It is lined back through the box. It's a base hit. And Saegertown has a 1-0 lead. Blake Burchill's 31st run batted into the season.
Yeah, Gilson threw that one, and the one place you can't throw it against Burchill, and that is right down the middle of the plate. Burchill just able to kind of size that up and put it exactly where he wanted to, right back up the box.
One down for Wyatt Burchill, hitting .400. No home runs, 13 runs batted in, 5 doubles, 5 triples for the lefty batter. Hit one of those triples in the semifinal win over Cambridge Springs. Tries to bunt and pushes it foul on the third base side. I want to say hello to everybody who is listening via Facebook as well at Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook today. We had a minor audio issue. We may have missed one batter or so, but I believe that has been rectified. It's had a cord that wasn't quite as tight as it needed to be. 1-0 Saegertown with the lead. Throw over to first and back safely is Blake Burchill. He has stolen 12 bases. Saegertown loves to run.
Yeah.
Over 6 steals per game as a team.
Yeah, and as soon as you get one of them on base, they're thinking, I'm going to third.
Gilson out of the high set. The lefty deals. It's a breaking ball, and it clips the back of the helmet of Burchill. He's hit by the pitch. So now 2 on for Blake Leslie.
Now batting the shortstop.
Yeah, Burchill ducked there on that slow breaking pitch, and he didn't duck far enough, and it conked him on the top of the head. So
Leslie, the son of head coach Nick Leslie, hitting .388, no home runs, but he's knocked in 26. He's knocked in a run in 6 straight. That's with first and second, 1 down. Gilson's pitch, it's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Yeah, that was a great pitch. That's exactly what he needed to come back with. Just a slider right across the knees, like you said, to get ahead of the hitter here.
Gilson inside move. Now the runner hung up. That's Blake Burchill. Throw back to second, and he's able to dive in safely. They had him hung up for a moment, but Burchill able to get back to the base.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. They will put pressure on a defense from the moment they get on base, and that's a good example of it right there. Had him hung up, but he was still able to scoot back and get in safely at second. Nice job by West Middlesex not giving him third.
0-1, double steal, throw down to third by Conkar, and it's knocked down by Gold. It will trickle away, and coming home to score is Blake Burchill. Wyatt Burchill takes third, 2-0 Saegertown on the double steal and subsequent error.
Yeah. And that's the pressure that's put on you as a defense, is even a mild mistake like that generally costs a run.
Second throwing error of the inning on the Big Reds. Now the runner at third is Wyatt Burchill with 2 down. 0-2 just misses to Blake Leslie. 1-2.
Come back here with maybe an inside fastball.
Gilson's 1-2. It's an off-speed pitch, and it's sliced foul on the first base side. Saegertown, the visiting team on the first base side. The home team on the first base side. They're the number 1 seed. West Middlesex, the 3 seed on the third base side. So I guess those numbers correlated.
Yeah.
1-3, 1-2, wave and a miss. Leslie chased one out of the zone. And the second strikeout of the inning
Now batting
for
the first
Gilson.
baseman, number 23, DeMarcus
2 down
Manning.
for DeMarcus Manning. Manning, the first baseman, hitting .464. No home runs, 20 runs batted in.
Yeah, Coach Hoffman mentioned it in the pregame interview with you, just how good they are up and down the lineup.
There's a bouncer up the middle. Getting there is the shortstop Blanton. Throw to first in time on the second base side of the second base bag. A very nice play by a charging Blanton to end the inning. Saegertown scores twice, however, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, 1 left. Through 1 in the District 10 championship game. Saegertown leads West Middlesex 2-0 on Sports Radio 96.7.
Here for a great local cause, Buell Regional Health Foundation has partnered with Remote Area Medical to provide a free dental clinic for those in our community. The dental clinic will be held at Sharon High School on Saturday and Sunday, June 8th and 9th. The dental clinic is staffed by volunteers and is looking for dental professionals, medical professionals, and everyone else. This is your chance to make a difference in the health of our community. For more information and instructions to register as a volunteer, visit buhlregionalhealthfoundation.org/dental.
Debt relief is within reach with help from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help with affordable financial solutions and lower monthly payments. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with 0 closing costs until June 30th. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, members of the NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Back here in Meadville at Allegheny College, Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you, Aaron Biro in the studio. West Middlesex had 2 men on in the first, did not score. Saegertown had 2 men on in the bottom of the first and did score. 2-0 Panthers with the lead, and maybe a bit of an oversimplification, but Saegertown able to cash in on its opportunity.
Yeah, playing a little bit of small ball, the double steal, kind of the key moment in that half of the inning for Saegertown, getting that second run on the board. So yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, 2 really good at-bats, 2 good hits by West Middlesex, but they left those 2 guys on base.
The center fielder, number 7, Logan Kent.
Briggs and Gilson, but no runs across, so let's see what the Big Reds can do here in the top half of the second.
District 10 softball championship games going on out beyond the center field fence on the softball field here, and a lot of excitement down there. I believe it's Cochranton Cambridge Springs playing down there. First pitch to Logan Kent. He'll shoot it down the left field line. It will die in the wet grass. A long turn by Kent. He will pull up with a long single. So Logan Kent has a leadoff single for the Big Reds. Kent coming in, hitting .238, but now 4 for 7 in the playoffs and his hitting streak 5 games.
How about that? Yeah, you got to love that one. We see that a lot, right, guys, that just kind of have a bit of an up and down regular season, but then all of a sudden they get hot in the playoffs. That was a great at-bat, a great hit right down the line.
Brings up Aiden Pushkar, the right fielder, lefty batter, and Kent back safely. Landon Zeck, Cameron Miles to follow, as Pushkar's the number 7 man in the West Middlesex order. Third baseman Blake Burchill creeping in, and Pushkar slices this one foul down the left field line towards the gathering of West Middlesex partisans down there. Good crowd on hand here.
Yeah.
On both sides, certainly a lot of blue and gold, navy and gold for Saegertown on the first base side, and the familiar red and white of the Big Reds on the other side. 0-1, breaking ball that floats in high, 1-1.
Burchill's the kind of guy that sometimes the mashers have trouble. The guys that crush fastballs, but guys that maybe struggle catching up to big-time fastballs are able to carve out some hits against them.
Outfield shading him several steps the other way. Throw in the dirt over at first base. Not far enough away for Kent to advance. Kent, 8 steals this year. He and Caleb Conkar share the team lead in that category. Pushkar, who has pretty good speed, he awaits the 1-1 from Wyatt Burchill. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball outside, 2-1 on Pushkar. Sun has broken through here.
Yeah. Winds died down a little bit.
2 balls and a strike. Burchill kicks and deals. This one's fouled straight back by Pushkar. 2-2.
I fisted. That was probably 2 inches inside. And he was somehow able to fight it off and fist a foul pitch up there by the eyeballs.
Kind of looked like he was swinging an axe at a tree.
That's right.
Count is 2-2. Burchill set at the belt and throws over to first, and Kent back safely. He had a very modest lead over at first. Don't forget, later today, Lakeview and Sharpsville, the 2A title game. So we'll have both games, the 1 seed versus the 3 seed today. 2-2 on the way. Called strike 3. Catches the outside corner. Second strikeout for Burchill. Pushkar is the first out of the second.
Now batting the second
kind of
baseman,
to the
number 3,
outside
Landon
part of the zone, up a little high in the zone, but definitely was a strike and just kind of froze the hitter there. That's what Burchill does with all his kind of changing of speeds and different arm angles that he comes in at you.
It'll bring up Landon Zeck, the right-hand hitting second baseman. He takes a big rip and comes up empty. Count is 0-1. Zeck, 2 for 22 this year, hitting .091. Did not play in the semifinal win over Youngsville. Went 0 for 2 in the quarterfinal win over Cochranton. The 0-1, swing and a miss. And it's now 0-2.
There it was again, the way I described how Burchill kind of uses his fastball like most pitchers use their changeup. Every once in a while, he sneaks one in on you that's probably in the low 80s, and you can't catch up to it because you're expecting some off-speed stuff.
0-2 to Zeck. Swing and a miss. For back-to-back strikeouts.
Now batting the designated hitter.
After the leadoff single, brings up Cameron Miles, the DH. Miles hitting .214 with 3 runs batted in. This is his postseason debut. Burchill's first pitch. It's a strike at the knees.
Yeah, 3 straight fastballs. We hadn't seen that. We hadn't even seen 2 straight fastballs prior to this, but strike 2 and strike 3, and now strike 1. All fastballs.
Burchill set at the belt. Half swing and a miss. It's now 0-2.
Up high in the zone, maybe even out of the zone up there. The Miles could not lay off.
Kent over at first, held on by Manning. He led off with a single down the left field line. Burchill set at the belt. The 0-2 on the way. Just a bit off the plate, 1-2.
Yeah.
Wilkinson, the catcher, tried to buy that call.
Yeah, it looked like the ump was making the body motion to ring him up, but held back.
Outfield straightaway and shallow for the number 9 hitter, Cameron Miles. 1-2, bounces in. Nice stop by Wilkinson. That one hit closer to the green turf than it did the plate.
Yeah, it looked like that was some kind of some kind of breaking pitch that he didn't really get out of his hand the way he wanted it to.
Good job by Wilkinson to bail him out. The 2-2 on the way. Here it comes. High. And the count goes to 3-2. So Kent will be off on the pitch. And Miles has battled back from being down 0-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the top of the second. Righty batter Miles, even stance. The payoff pitch from Burchill. Slicing down the right field line and well foul.
Yeah, nice battle here by Miles as Burchard was out ahead of him, and now he's earned himself a full count, and that was a nice way to kind of fight off that fastball there.
Miles hitting for the left fielder David Lacados. Burchill set at the belt. Another payoff pitch and another foul on the first base side. So the at-bat now 7 pitches and 32 pitches so far for Wyatt Burchill.
Yeah, you love that from your 9 hitter too. You can force an almost 10 pitch at bat with your number 9 hitter.
Burchill season high 5 innings this year. Another 3-2, high, ball 4. So Miles works a walk after being behind 0-2. Kent to second, 2 on, 2 down for Roman Golub, the leadoff man. Golub popped out to second, leading off the game.
Yeah, that was a great at-bat there by the West Middlesex DH, Cameron Miles, the number 9 hitter. An 8-pitch at-bat and a walk.
And Lacados, who is In softball terminology, the
Running
flex.
for West Middlesex, number 9.
In
David
baseball
Mercado.
terminology, he's the guy that's not batting. He's the defense only.
Okay.
But he will come into the offensive lineup, which you are able to do.
So he does everything but bat in that spot in the order.
Well, at least in this case, yes.
Yeah.
So he will be the runner over at first.
11 for 9, DH is over, 9-man lineup. 11 for 9, no DH. Now 9-man lineup. Got it?
So they have lost the DH with the defensive player entering the game.
All right.
Just with the re-entry rule, you could, I believe, the DH could reappear.
Yeah.
At higher levels of baseball, when you lose a DH, you've lost it.
Right.
But we'll see what head coach Colton Hoffman elects to do as the day progresses. First and second, 2 down, first pitch to Golub. Fouled straight back. Good cut from the freshman Golub. And it's 0-1.
Okay, so next time, hit that turn, the turn of that spot, you could just put Miles right back in there.
I believe.
Okay.
I mean, every starter gets a re-entry in high school baseball.
That's right.
So I presume, but then when you start dealing with the DH and so forth, that adds perhaps factors in. Either way, the 0-1 to Golub. It's a strike now 0-2, but I'm pretty sure that he can. We'll find out, hopefully for West Middlesex sooner than later.
Right.
But right now, Golub is behind in the count 0-2. Golub, 15 for his last 40 coming in. It's a 375 clip, raising that average up to 321. But he's behind 0-2. Kent at second. Lakatos running at first. The 0-2. Breaking ball that does not break, now 1-2.
Yeah, definitely. All it had was the curveball spin on it, but yeah, it didn't break at all. Stayed up high in the zone. Nice job by Golub not trying to chase that.
Now 1-2 on Golub, the right-hand hitting third baseman. Outfield straightaway and shallow. Runners take their leads. Kent from second. Lakatos from first, throwback to second. Gardner, the second baseman, cutting in. That's Everett Gardner. Levi's out in the left. And back safely is Kent. Now time requested as a softball has ended up on the warning track out in right center field.
Yeah. I think we would have heard it from the crowd if someone actually hit it that far.
Well, that'd be that's quite a foul ball because they'd be hitting it out the other way. Looked like it must have got out of batting cage or something.
Yeah, that's it.
What a good job by Luke Young, the center fielder, to go and get it. He probably felt like he was throwing a watermelon, how big a softball is compared to a baseball. Count a ball and 2 strikes on Roman Golub. Runners lead off. Kent from second. Lakatos from first. The 1-2. Foul on the first base side, and it stays 1-2.
Yeah, Miles now Golub both started out way behind, but have turned these into a several pitch at bat.
So the last 2 at bats between Miles and Golub, a dozen pitches.
Yeah.
That came after back-to-back strikeouts of Pushkar and Zek. Kent, who singled, is at second. Lakatos running for Miles at first. Miles walked after being behind 0-2. Burchill trying to get out of another jam as he did in the first inning. Burchill set at the belt. The 1-2. Low. 2-2 on Roman Golub. Wind's starting to pick up again, but starting to shift a little bit.
Yeah.
Almost blowing across now from right to left as opposed from right center. Mix of clouds and sun. More clouds than sun right now. The 2-2 to Golub. Breaking ball that stays well outside. The count goes to 3-2, so the runners will be off on the pitch. And Burchill really laboring here in the second inning.
It's amazing, right? Number 9 hitter, leadoff hitter, Golub.
Golub, back of the box. Somewhat upright stance. Throw over to first. Manning cutting in behind Lakatos, trying to catch him napping, but Lakatos had not ventured far off the base. He was not caught off guard. And the payoff pitch forthcoming. 3-2 high, ball 4. The bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks for Bowen Briggs.
Yeah, back-to-back walks that started. He started off both 0-2, right? Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's there's no doubt. You use the word labored. And certainly Wyatt Burchell laboring a bit here too. Tough at-bats there by the Big Reds hitters, number 9 and 1. You see the Saegertown coach out to talk to his lefty.
Brings up Bowen Briggs. He singled and was stranded at third.
Whoa.
And it's going to be a pitching change. So Burchell will come out. We'll tell you about the changes when we come back. West Middlesex threatening, bases loaded, 2 down, top of the second. We'll have more playoff action after this 1-minute timeout on Sports Radio 96.7.
In finance to see the cost of college continues to rise. Generally, the majority of families rely on a combination of scholarships, grants, financial aid, part-time jobs, and parent-grandparent support to help pay the cost. If your child is approaching college age, a good first step is estimating the potential costs. Call David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, to help you decide what strategy can work for you at 724-458-5233. That's 724-458-5233, or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania, 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
The pitching change for Saegertown, still Burchell pitching, but instead of Wyatt Burchell, it is now Blake Burchell, the third baseman. He moves from third. He will pitch. Wyatt Burchell goes from the mound to right field, and the right fielder, William Schaefer, comes in to play third base. Bases loaded, 2 down for West Middlesex. The numbers for Blake Burchell, 3 and 1. 22 and a third innings. He's allowed 16 hits. He struck out 20, walked 2. ERA of 0.94. And he will come on to face Bowen Briggs. Bases loaded with 2 down in the second.
It's kind of a dramatically different pitcher. This Blake Burchell, and right-handed, obviously, and looks like he relies heavily on a fastball.
Kent at third, Lakatos at second, Golub at first, and Blake Burchell's first pitch to Bowen Briggs bounces in for a ball. There's a lot of alliteration there. Burch and Briggs on the call. For the record, Bowen Briggs, no relation to me. Then when people think it's a nephew or a son or whatever the case is, I suppose maybe way out there in the family tree, but if he does well here, I'm claiming him.
Correct.
1-0, he lines this one out to left center field. It's a base hit. 2 runs will score. On his way to third is Golub. Bowen Briggs, 2-run single. We're tied at 2.
Yeah. Boy, he was all over that, too, as Burchell just got that fastball kind of right out over the heart of the plate. And Briggs able to get the fat part of the bat on it. A great piece of hitting right over top of the shortstop's head, a line drive. And the Big Reds have tied the game.
Now the go-ahead run, Golub, is 90 feet away for Kyle Gilson. Gilson singled in the first. 2-2 here in the second. Blake Burchell out of the high set. First pitch outside for a ball. The book not closed on Wyatt Burchell. The runner at third is his responsibility.
Quick move over to first there, and Briggs doing a nice job getting back.
Bowen Briggs, 4 steals this year. He's now 4th rate in the postseason.
Cool.
1-0 in for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, that was a pretty nasty fastball or a curveball there from righty to lefty. Just kind of froze him.
The 1-1 is poked out towards right center field, and it will drop in off the glove of Wyatt Burchell, who made a diving attempt. Perhaps the wind pushed it away from him just enough. Gilson parachutes a single in. Golub scores. West Middlesex leads 3-2.
Another great piece of hitting. Another
running for West Middlesex, number 12, Nolan Kaiser.
And Nolan Kaiser now will come on and run for Gilson, and as a courtesy runner, Briggs stopping at second on the play. So Kaiser the runner at first. Briggs out at second. Brings up Tyler Blanton. He struck out in the first. Eighth man to hit this inning for the Big Reds. Righty batter facing right-hander Blake Burchill. First one goes right through the 5-hole of the catcher, and the runners move up 90 feet on the wild pitch. So Kaiser at second, Briggs at third now. This inning has gone off the rails for Saegertown.
Yeah. Now with a lot of the activity coming with 2 outs.
Yeah, there was the Kent single, then Pushkar and Zek struck out, and the starter Wyatt Burchell was ahead of Cameron Miles 0-2. The 1-1 is on the outside corner strike. 1-2 now on Blanton, but he walked Miles, and then he had Golub down 0-2, and Golub battled back to walk. And Briggs the 2-run single against the reliever. Bowen Briggs at third, Kaiser at second. The 1-2 in the dirt, bounces away. Here comes Bowen Briggs to score the 4th run of the inning. Kaiser goes to third on the play. 4-2 West Middlesex.
Yeah, it looked like Wilkinson kind of set up inside there, the Saegertown catcher. And the ball was outside and in the dirt, so not only did Wilkinson have to scoop it, but had to move across the plate. Wasn't able to get there in time, and West Middlesex plates another run.
The 2-2 chopped on the third base side, and it's knocked down by the new third baseman. Schaefer throws over to first, scooped nicely by Manning to end the inning. An adventurous third out of the inning. An adventurous second inning. West Middlesex gets 4 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 left. Through 1 1/2 innings at Allegheny College, West Middlesex now on top 4-2. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7.
Help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Chill Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The tax team at Reed & Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service. Reed & Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed & Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed & Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online at reedanddaly.com.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
West Middlesex cashes in, taking advantage of a couple of 2-out walks. And the Big Reds have a 4-2 lead. Bottom third of the Saegertown order do William Schaefer, Gabe Jordan, and Everett Gardner.
Leading off for Saegertown, the third baseman, number 6, William Schaefer.
William Schaefer began the game in right, now playing third base, hitting .309 this year. No home runs and 17 runs batted in. And the first pitch from Gilson is a ball.
Yeah, down low. Tried to kind of cross him up a little bit there with some breaking stuff and just never really got up into the zone.
Gilson's 1-0, swing and a miss. Now 1-1. Schaefer, right-hand batter, wide stance. Back foot just inside the chalk line. His front foot is just inside the front line of the white turf. This one's punched down the right field line past Briggs. It is a fair ball. Schaefer a wide turn. He will pull in with a single. Of course, Briggs has mostly been a DH this year, playing first due to the absence of Evan Gilson. Of Evan Gilson. But Schaefer, just a cue shot down the line, a leadoff hit.
Yeah, it took usually you don't see funny bounces off of the turf, but it wasn't so much the turf. It was kind of the spin of the baseball that came off of the bat. So it hit in fair territory and then sharply went into foul territory. So it would have been a tough play for any first baseman.
And the turf is a little damp. There's been some off and on rain. As you mentioned, that spin, turf, the ball can skip. So a combination of that can do things that maybe defy the laws of physics.
Yes.
Schaefer over at first, held on by Briggs. It brings up the DH Gabe Jordan. Jordan hitting .360 this year. Knocked in 4. A wild pitch back to the screen, as you heard.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked a little bit like the West Middlesex catcher thought it was going to be in the Concar. Thought was going to skip off the turf. It never really did. It didn't hit the dirt. Just got in between his feet.
The 1-0 to Jordan. It's a little bit high. 2-0 now on Gabe Jordan, the DH. Jordan went 0 for 1 with a run scored in the semifinal win over Cambridge Springs. Gilson out of the high set. 2-0 is high. Pops out of Concar's mitt, but no advance for Schaefer. And the count 3-0 on Jordan. A lot happening in the first 1.5 innings today.
Yeah. Yeah, the game last year until, the big kind of heated incident at the plate was pretty close to the vest, and not so much this one.
3-0, taking all the way is Jordan. It's a strike now, 3-1. Last year was Henry Schaefer and Richie Preston doing the pitching for the squads. Today we've already had a pitching change on the Saegertown side. Gilson's 3-1. Carbon copy of the 3-0. The count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Gabe Jordan.
A nice job coming back by Gilson there, down 3-0 through kind of the obligatory pitch right down the middle for strike 1, and then a really nice pitch there for strike 2.
3-2 and a step off, chasing Schaefer back to the base. Jordan, the number 8 man in the order. Everett Gardner is on deck. The payoff pitch, lined off the netting above the Saegertown dugout, and it stays 3-2.
Jordan again started this one 3-0, but becoming a several pitch at bat here from the number 8 man.
3-2, swing and a miss. Gilson battles back to pick up his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. 1 down for Everett Gardner.
Now batting the second base.
Gardner hitting .314, 8 runs batted in. Does not have an extra base hit this year. And Chris, .314 average, a very nice average, but he opened the season on a 7-game hit streak. 3 for his last 20.
Yeah.
So he's been slumping towards the end of the season.
Yeah. Just probably early in the year was just kind of finding ways to punch it through holes in the infield, and sometimes the luck runs out on you when you're getting on like that.
First pitch is a swing and a miss. Gardner late on that one. It's 0-1 on Gardner. Gilson unofficially 18 strikes, 8 balls. 26 pitches with 1 out on the second. There's a cue shot up the first base line. Foul. 0-2. Some clouds moving back in. Some intermittent drizzle.
Yeah.
Just briefly during the game, but
we've
a lot better than we thought it would be.
Yeah, we've had it all here, right? We've had some intermittent drizzle. We've had brilliant sunshine.
0-2, breaking ball drops in. Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gilson. His 4th K of the afternoon.
Levi Gardner.
2 down, back to the top of the order to Levi Gardner. He struck out swinging to begin the game.
Yeah, pretty good grit there on the past 2 at-bats there by Gilson. I like the way he works. He works quick. He throws strikes. He's tough. You know, he's exactly kind of what you would want out of your ace pitcher.
He's a presence out there, too.
Yes.
First pitch is fouled straight back, 0-1. He's tall, about 6'2", 6'3", you know, barrel-chested, tree-trunk legs, and
yeah.
He's a lot like a guy we may see in the next game, Maddox Bell from Lakeview.
Yes.
Just that, you know, big, you know, just, you know, raw-boned, 0-1, fouled off 0-2, but yet, you know, bigger guys, but also athletic, nimble. They're not they're big, but they move very well, light on their feet. Yep. A lot of those lefties are very graceful.
Yes.
The 0-2, high 1-2. Maybe this is a broad brush, but left-hand pitchers, it's one or the other, very graceful or very awkward looking.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes the awkward looking ones are the toughest ones to hit.
1-2 strikes on Levi Gardner, righty batter. Gilson out of the high set, and then time requested and granted to Levi Gardner. Runner out at second is Schaefer. He singled to lead off the inning. Went to second on a wild pitch. The 1-2. Breaking ball chopped foul at the plate. Gardner just gets a piece of it.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch. Curveball that broke down low in the zone on the outside part of the plate. Gardner doing a nice job staying alive because he was not expecting that.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the second. West Middlesex up 4-2. Gilson's pitch. Sky down the right field line. Pushkar on the run, coming over, and it will land in the batting cages. Pushkar getting his sprints in. You can see he has the left leg braced up.
Yep, knee brace.
Football injury. Good to see him out there. He's not played a whole lot this year, but Big Red's glad to have him back out there. Count remains 1-2 on Levi Gardner. This one's skied out to right. Pushkar coming on. Makes a two-hand grab to end the inning. For Saegertown, no runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Through 2. 4-2, West Middlesex leads. You're listening to the District 10 Championship game on Sports Radio 96.7.
Hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Back here at Allegheny College, a little bit of housekeeping. The defensive alignment for the Saegertown outfield, it is Luke Young in the left. He started in center, went to left. Levi Gardner, the left fielder, is now playing in right. Wyatt Burchell, the starting pitcher, is the center fielder. So just want to get that ironed out here as we start the top of the third with West Middlesex leading 4-2. That'll be Caleb Conkar to lead off. He hit into a force play to end the first. Conkar, Kent, Pushkar, 5, 6, and 7 in the West Middlesex lineup, facing Blake Burchill, and Burchill's first pitch of the inning is a strike at the knees.
Yeah, Burchill took just a little bit off of that one, and over the lower part of the plate. Nice way to start Caleb Conkar off.
Oh boy. 0-1 bouncer, or the shortstop airmails it over everybody's head. Blake Leslie caught a flyer there, and the first error for Saegertown allows Concar to reach.
Fielder number 7, Logan.
Yeah,
Kent.
it was just a really kind of a perfect bounce right to him. He had all kinds of time. But yeah, just kind of released it way up too high, and Concar's on.
Going to bring up Logan Kent. He led off the second with a single and scored the first of West Middlesex's 4 runs. Burtch out of the high set. The righty deals. This one's poked back to the mound. Burtch with it. Pumps, throws to second for one. Leslie's relay is late. Kent with a swan dive into first. He is safe. Concar erased 1-6.
The good hustle by Kent. He kind of understood exactly what he had to do.
Now batting the right
full
fielder
out
number 1,
sprint and then
Puskar.
dove into first there and was able to beat the throw and to make sure that Saegertown didn't turn that double play.
Brings up Aiden Puskar. Struck out looking in the second. Kent held on by Manning and Kent back. Kent 8 steals on the season. First offering to Pushkar's outside for a ball. The field encased by sunshine, but some ominous clouds mixing in as well. The 1-0. Oh, breaking ball that catches the top of the zone. That was certainly on the fringe of the strike zone.
Yeah, it had that certainly curveball spin to it, and
1-1. This one's punched out towards short and over Leslie's head into left field for a base hit. Aiden Pushkar with the 6th hit of the afternoon for West Middlesex. The Big Reds have 2 on with 1 away.
Now batting the second baseman number 3.
For second baseman Landon Zeck. Zeck struck out in the second.
Yeah, really nice piece of hitting there by Pushkar, able to just kind of throw the bat out there on a low and outside curveball and poke it over the lefty was able to poke it over the shortstop's head.
2 on, 1 away in the third. Wind's starting to pick up once again. Burchill set and deals, and the first pitch to Zeck fouled back 0-1. On the Big Reds second baseman, Landon Zeck. Zeck, pretty good outing back in late March. March 29th against Laurel, went 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Righty batter facing the righty pitcher Burchill, and Blake Burchill's next one is loaded away for a ball 1-1.
You know, the book on Burchill, Briggsy, is that he throws his fastballs over for strikes, but has a hard time getting his off-speed stuff, over the strike zone. So, and I think the Big Reds hitters have kind of figured that out.
Kent leads off a second. Pushkar, the trail runner at first. 1-1. Low and away. 2-1 on Zeck. Softball game out there. That's the 1A title game. Cambridge Springs Cochranton 10-1. I believe that's Cambridge Springs is the home team in that one. It's 10-1 for the home team. We can see that. 2-1 swing and miss now. 2-2. Of course, 2 of our local teams in action in the softball playoffs today. Hickory and Cathedral Prep 4A title game at Penn State Barron. Sharon and Harbor Creek 3A title game. We'll get you updates on those throughout the day. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Burchill's next pitch fouled straight back, and it stays 2-2. And end of the second, Sharon leading Harbor Creek 2-1. Bob Greenberg and Mark Slazak are up at Penn State Barron. Facebook, Sports Radio 96.7. You can listen or watch. They have the video going up there today, brought to you by the Hudson Company. 2-2, breaking ball. It's bounced to the left side. Leslie, the shortstop with it, has only one play over to first, and in time, deep in the hole to get Zeck for out number 2. Leslie, a very nice play. The runners do move up on the play.
Yeah, had to go, sharply towards third to his right. Made a, kind of a tough snag of it, planted his feet, and made a perfect throw. So, I guess you can say certainly atoning for the earlier error there with a great play.
Brings up David Lakatos, his first at bat. He pinch ran for the DH Miles. Of course, when Miles left the game, he had kind of a hitch in his step.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether he was injured on the play or had just if this was a kind of a predetermined move. Either way, Lakatos, lefty batter, his first at bat. He takes ball 1 way outside. Lakatos 1 for 14 this year. 0 for 3 with 2 runs scored in the playoffs.
It's safe to say, isn't it, Briggsy, that Miles, his long at bat where he ended up eventually drawing a walk, was kind of the beginning of the good things that happened for the Big Reds in that inning.
Certainly, they had a run on first with 2 down, and he was behind 0-2.
Yeah.
He hung in there and walked, as did Golub after being down 0-2. Next thing you know, the Big Reds score 4. The 1-1 to Lakatos. Bounce back up the middle. Leslie behind the bag, dives. Knocks it down, but 2 runs will score. David Lakatos stepping out of the shadows. It's 6-2 Big Reds.
Yeah, you said 1 for 14 on the season, now 2 for 15, but everybody's going to remember that hit number 2. What a great job by Lakatos.
Baseman number 13, Roman Golub.
Kent and Pushkar score on the play. 6-2 Big Reds.
West Middlesex just carving out these great at-bats. Oh, boy.
Now Lakatos hung up. Leslie will run it back, and the tag applied to Lakatos, who's out 1-3-6-1. But West Middlesex adds to the lead on David Lakatos' 2-run single. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, nobody left. Through 2.5. 6-2 West Middlesex. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7.
I run a local business. With payroll, expenses, taxes, and equipment, taking care of business is a lot of work. But at my bank, I get mobile banking, online bill pay, and the financial advice I need to make the best decisions for my business. My bank is a financial partner I can count on.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The Joneses are at it again. That's the third party this week.
Well, of course they can throw all those parties.
What's that supposed to mean?
They just got that new deck.
Oh, no. Here we go again.
I want a new deck. Hey! Warner's Homes and Improvements bring a whole new meaning to backyard barbecues. Warner's Trex decking are engineered to resist fading, scratches, and stains, and eliminate time-consuming maintenance. For a custom-built Trex deck, make it Warner's Homes and Improvements at warnerconstruction.com.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
On to the bottom of the third. 6-2 West Middlesex with the lead. Big Reds 4 in the second, 2 more in the third. Saegertown has 2, 3, and 4 due. And Gilson's first pitch to Luke Young is low for a ball. Young, Blake Burchill, Wyatt Burchill for Saegertown. Panthers led 2-0 after 1, but the Big Reds have stormed ahead. 1-0 high, 2-0 now on Young. He singled and scored in the first. Young now playing left field after beginning the game in center. He scored 11 runs in his last 5 games. 2-0 high, 3-0. Kyle Gilson, who's been around the strike zone most of the afternoon, has fallen behind the first batter in the third, 3-0. 3-0 in for a strike, now 3-1. Glad you could join us on this Memorial Day. Hope that you've had a very safe weekend, wherever you are, wherever you're listening. However you're listening, hope you're enjoying this one. Big Reds leading 6-2, 3-1. Fouled off, now 3-2 on Luke Young, the right-hand hitting left fielder. Young, only a sophomore. Saegertown, 3 seniors on the roster. John Grundy, Torrey Mossbacher, Connor Shaw, none in the starting lineup. The 3-2, swing and a miss. Young comes up empty. Gilson battles back from being behind 3-0 to record his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. 1 down for the pitcher, Blake Burchill. He singled in a run and scored in the first. First pitch drops in for a strike. It's 0-1. Third baseman Golub off the line and behind the bag. The 0-1 is foul off the fence in front of the West Middlesex dugout on the third base side. It is 0-2. Big Red defense. Concar doing the catching for Gilson. Bowen Briggs at first. Landon Zeck at second. Golub's at third. Tyler Blanton at short. David Lakatos in the left. Logan Kenton center. Aiden Pushkar in right. 0-2 from Gilson. Outside for a ball. 1-2 now on Blake Burchill. Burchill, 12-game hitting streak now. 1-2 bounces in. It is 2-2. Saegertown in the gold jerseys, navy numbers and letters outlined in white, white pants. West Middlesex, white tops, white bottoms, red numerals and letters, red trim. Gilson, the big lefty, back up on the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away in the third. The pitch on the way. Fouled off, and it stays 2-2. You can share in Harbor Creek softball. You can watch it or listen. Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page. 2-2 way outside. A breaking ball that slipped out the back door, and it's 3-2. Hickory Cathedral Prep in 4A later today. That's a 2:30 start. Now Harbor Creek has pulled ahead 3-2 after 3 in that one. 3-2 bouncer right back to the box. Grabbed by Gilson, tossed over to Briggs for out number 2.
Now batting the center fielder number 5, Wyatt
Gilson
Burchill.
fielding his position well. That's out number 2. Brings up Wyatt Burchill. Hit by a pitch. Stole a base. Back in the first. First pitch to Wyatt Burchill, the lefty hitting center fielder, is a strike. It is 0-1. Burchill began the game on the mound, went 1 2/3 innings. 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's on the downside right now. 0-1 bounces in. It's 1-1 on Wyatt Burchill.
Yeah, Gilson back-to-back curveballs, lefty to lefty. He's trying to keep him uncomfortable there from in the box.
1-1 high, 2-1. Big hole on the left side. Golub at third, hugging the line. Blanton a step or 2 towards the second base bag. Second baseman Zeck way over in the hole on the second base side. 2-1, low, 3-1.
They're certainly expecting Burchill to pull the ball here. The way they're shifted, same thing in the outfield.
3 balls and a strike. Gilson's pitch. Catches inside corner. Burchill had started to take a couple of steps towards first, but he is summoned back to the box, and it's now 3-2.
Yeah, nice job by Gilson. I thought that was a strike, too. I'm standing right at the same spot the umpire is. And
payoff pitch. That one is low for ball 4. So a 2-out walk. Burchill on base for the second time today. They'll bring up Blake Leslie, the shortstop. He struck out in the first. Leslie, a freshman. 3 freshmen in the starting lineup, Levi Gardner, Blake Burchill, and Blake Leslie for the Panthers. First one is fouled off the plate. 0-1 on Blake Leslie. West Middlesex, 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Saegertown, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. West Middlesex has stranded 3. Saegertown, 2 left on so far. We're in the bottom of the third here at Allegheny College on Sports Radio 96.7 WLLF Mercer Hermitage, a Cumulus media station. Gilson out of the high set. Huge jump for the runner, Burchill. The 0-1 is in for a strike. Throw is late. Burchill, his second steal of the afternoon.
Yeah, Burchill's really fast. Got a great jump there. Really no chance. Starting to become a bit of an issue. Not a big one. Gilson's pitch count climbing up towards 60 here.
0-2, swing and a miss. 6th strikeout of the afternoon. Gilson has struck out 2 in each of the first 3 innings. For Saegertown, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. On to the 4th. 6-2 West Middlesex. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7, brought to you by Grove City Area Federal Credit Union.
Hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
My car does more than take me from here to there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, and equal opportunity insurance.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Roman Golub was at the plate last half inning when David Lakatos was caught stealing in the rundown. Golub 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, facing Blake Burchill. And the righty's first pitch is a curve in for a strike.
That was the nastiest pitch that Burchill has thrown the entire game. Just a curveball that froze Golub. Off to a good start here in this at-bat.
One freshman against another, the 0-1, that one low, 1-1. Roman Golub playing third base and leading off. 2 for 8 with 4 runs scored in the playoffs. 1-1, just misses, 2-1. To Golub, Bowen Briggs, Kyle Gilson to follow. They're each 2 for 2 today. Yeah. 2 balls and a strike. That one foul back towards us. 2-2. Saegertown defense. Wilkinson doing the catching. Manning at first. Everett Gardner at second. William Schaefer at third with Leslie at short. Outfield left to right is Young, Wyatt Burchill, and Levi Gardner. 2-2. Skied out into short right field. Coming on. Still coming. And making the catch is the right fielder Levi Gardner on cue for out number 1 in the 4th.
Now batting the first baseman, number 21, Bowen Briggs.
Yeah, Briggs and Gilson, like you said, both a couple of impressive at-bats here to start the game. See if they can't get something going again here.
Briggs 2 for 2 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in. 2 runs single in the second. That got the Big Reds on the board. He's now 4 for 8 with 4 runs scored in the playoffs. Burchill's first pitch to Briggs bounces in for a ball, 1-0. On the way. High, 2-0.
A good take by Briggs up high there. Another one of those kind of eyeball high fastballs that he was able to lay off of.
2-0 to the senior, Bowen Briggs. This one's bounced on the left side. Leslie, the shortstop, fields on the third hop. Guns it over to first in time for out number 2. Briggs retired for the first time today.
Number 42, Kyle Gilson.
2 down for Kyle Gilson. Singled in the first, singled in the go-ahead run in the second.
Yeah, 2 really good at-bats for Gilson. Able to kind of barrel up the pitch. Curveball the first time, fastball the second time.
Lefty batter facing the right-hander, Blake Burchill. Check swing. Gilson holds up on a pitch low, 1-0.
He's kind of dropped out of the strike zone. So good eye there by Gilson.
The 1-0. Outside, 2-0.
You can see Burchill does not want to give Gilson anything too good to hit. Kind of flirting around the outside, inside of the strike zone. There we go.
2-0 catches the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 now on Gilson. We have Aaron Biro back in the studio today producing our doubleheader. Doing great work as always. No holiday for Aaron. 2-1, low, 3-1. Gilson, lefty batter, back foot is on the back chalk line. He hugs the plate. 3-1 on the outside corner, 3-2 to Gilson.
I just caught that kind of the front corner of the plate of the strike zone. So here we go. Full count.
Payoff pitch on the way. It's lashed foul on the third base side. Stays 3-2. Keith Burchill came on in the second in relief of Wyatt Burchill. First two men he faced were Briggs and Gilson. They both singled off of him. He retired Briggs moments ago, now looking to do the same to Gilson. Instead, the 3-2 breaking ball is in the dirt. Gilson walks. He's on base for the third time in 4 innings.
Stop, number 5, Tyler Blanton.
And that'll bring up Tyler Blanton, who's 0 for 2. Struck out in the first and grounded out to third in the second.
Running for West Middlesex, number 12.
Blanton's had a great season, hitting 340. So, yeah, you have to think, sometimes I don't like this expression, but there's some truth to it that he's due.
Kaiser running over at first. Throw over by Burchill. Back safely as Kaiser. Nolan Kaiser running courtesy runner for Gilson. Does not count as a substitution in high school baseball. First pitch is a strike to Blanton at the knees. Use one for your pitcher and one for your catcher. Can't be the same guy.
Okay.
Has to be an eligible substitute. 0-1 on the inside corner for a strike, now 0-2. And if Kaiser would come into the game, it was a pinch hitter, pinch or whatever, then he would lose his ability to be a courtesy runner. Right. 0-2, Burchill 1 strike away from getting his team back into the dugout. Set at the letters. Breaking ball high, delayed steal by Kaiser, and he is in safe. Second baseman Gardner was a little late coming over to cover, and the element of surprise gets a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, sure did. Yeah, Kaiser doing a great job. That was a perfectly executed delayed steal.
So runner at second now with 2 down, and Burchill steps off and chases him back to the bag.
We'll get him a little more, giving him a little more attention now.
Burchill working on the first base side of the rubber, 1-2. Hit out towards right center. And it's going to be Wyatt Burchill to make the catch in right center. That ends the inning. For the Big Reds, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Halfway home in game 1 of our doubleheader. 6-2 West Middlesex leads. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7.
Buell Regional Health Foundation and Remote Area Medical have partnered to bring a free dental clinic to our community. The clinic will be held on Saturday and Sunday, June 8th and 9th, inside Sharon High School's gymnasium. Each day, patients will be seen on a first-come, first-served basis starting at 6 a.m., and all services will be provided at no cost and no ID required. Save the date, June 8th and 9th, to be seen by a dental professional for exams, cleanings, fillings, extractions, and oral hygiene instruction, all for free at Sharon High School. Patients be prepared for a potential extended waiting period.
Debt relief is within reach with help from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help with affordable financial solutions and lower monthly payments. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with 0 closing costs until June 30th. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, members of the NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
DeMarcus Manning, William Schaefer, Gabe Jordan, 6, 7, and 8 in the Saegertown order due. In the bottom of the 4th, 6-2, the West Middlesex lead, along with Chris Burtch. Ryan Briggs with you today. We'll have Lakeview and Sharpsville later today. Game 2 of our doubleheader, the 2A championship game. First pitch scheduled for 2:30.
Yeah, boy, it sure would be nice, wouldn't it, if Gilson can kind of get through this inning clean with kind of the fewest number of pitches possible. He's got 55 pitches right now, and if he can get out of this one, and head into that 5th, 6th inning under 70 pitches, that would be fantastic. Chance here with the bottom of the Saegertown order. Due up.
DeMarcus Manning, he closed out the first inning by grounding out to short, so Manning 0 for 1 this afternoon. Manning came in hitting .464. And he swings at the first pitch right on cue, as you said, Chris. And the first baseman, Briggs, makes the catch in foul territory. 1 pitch, 1 out in the fourth.
That's beautiful. Yeah, get to...
So 1 down for William Schaefer. Singled in the second. Schaefer began the game in right, now playing third base. See the District 10 hierarchy here in the press box. Matt Vanoy, Mike Fitzgerald. I hope he's not checking the radar. All right, he says, Fitz says no. That's good. So
92.
Okay. First pitch. A strike, and then that one just misses outside. 1-1 to Schaefer. 1 for 1 today is Schaefer. Schaefer 2 for 4 in the playoffs. Went 1 for 3 against Cambridge Springs. Swing and a miss. Comes up empty on that one. 1-2.
Yeah, got him to chase that kind of outside off-speed pitch there. Get ahead in the count.
Gilson winds and deals. The big lefty's 1-2. Rolled foul up the third base line. It stays 1-2.
He would have hit him if he wouldn't have fouled it off.
Thought the foul ball might have gotten a piece of his front leg, but does not appear as if it did. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Gilson. 2 down for DH. Gabe Jordan struck out in the second. Gilson struck out 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. He just recorded his first here in the fourth. Lines and deals. And that one misses off the plate away just a hair. 1-0 to Gabe Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan was able to draw a 3-2 count and foul a few pitches off before striking out last time.
1-0, swing and a miss by Jordan. It's now 1-1.
He just went right at him there with a fastball. Got him to swing and miss ahead in the count again. That's where he's been almost all afternoon. Kyle Gilson really putting together a gem here.
1-1, foul back, 1-2. Jordan is a catcher by trade. DHing for the catcher, Reese Wilkinson.
Okay.
Gilson's 1-2. Skips in. It's now 2-2.
That was a heck of a curveball there by Gilson. Onkar had a hard time handling it. Bounced off his foot.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the fourth. West Middlesex with a 6-2 lead. Gilson's 2-2. Fouled straight back.
So once again here, Gabe Jordan putting together a long at bat.
Another 2-2 on the way. Gilson deals. It's rolled on the left side and will sneak through for a base hit. A seeing eye single and a 2-out single for Gabe Jordan. That will bring up Everett Gardner. He struck out looking in the second. Update in District 10 softball. The game going out beyond us. The 1A title game, Cambridge Springs leading Cochranton 10-1 in the top of the fifth. In a game of local interest, Sharon has reclaimed the lead against Harbor Creek 4-3. Claire Bodine, 2-run single for the Tigers.
Nice.
First pitch to Everett Gardner is low for a ball. So now exactly 2-to-1 strike to ball ratio for Kyle Gilson. 46 strikes, 23 balls. Jordan held on at first by Briggs. The 1-0, driven out to left. Lacados goes back and now comes in and makes the catch to end the inning. A 2-out single for Saegertown, but that is it. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 left. On to the fifth. 6-2 West Middlesex leads. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7.
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements for a headache-free dream kitchen or bath. Tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We head to the fifth inning. West Middlesex a 6-2 lead. Caleb Conkar, Logan Kent, and Aiden Pushkar will bat for the Reds against Saegertown reliever Blake Burchill. He came on the second, gave up a couple of unearned runs in the third. First pitch to Conkar is low for a ball. Conkar hit into a force play in the first, reached on an error in the third. Burchill set at the belt. The 1-0 is fouled off. It's 1-1.
And Burchill came in in relief, and that's pitch number 45 here for him. So,
ball on a strike. Pitching out of the stretch on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Swing and a miss as Conkar chased one out of the zone away. 1-2 to the West Middlesex catcher. Conkar now 4 for 8 in the playoffs. The 1-2. Rolled up the first base line. Manning behind the bag with it, and he will hustle to the bag. Dives. Did he get there? No.
He dropped the ball. No, did you see what happened? He dove, and his glove got kind of caught behind him, and he could not get the glove to the bag before the speedy Conkar was able to beat him to the bag.
Conkar with what will be ruled as a hit. And really, at the play that was not made was by the pitcher, Burchill.
Right. Yes, right. Yeah, Manning was expecting Burchill to get over there, and then when he kind of looked up and saw that he wasn't there, he still might have been able to beat him had he thrown the glove out first, but had the glove behind him, and it got caught on the turf.
Bunt by Kent. He stabs at it, misses. It is 0-1. Kent singled and scored in the second, reached on a fielder's choice, and scored in the third. So, an error led to 2 runs in the third, and that was not an error per se, but a misplay that perhaps could allow West Middlesex to get an insurance run or two.
Yeah, he almost got picked off there, sleeping a little bit. As we've seen both Burchills have great moves to first base.
0-1 is a breaking ball, chopped foul at the plate. 0-2. Conkar 8 steals. You mentioned how well he runs. And normally, the old rule of thumb is all catchers are slow.
Right.
I mean, more often than not, they're probably on the slower half of the spectrum, but Conkar runs really well.
Yeah. Yeah, usually tall, thin, fast guys aren't the catcher.
The 0-2 is lined to left. It's a base hit. Conkar will pull up at second. Logan Kent, 2 for 3, and the Big Reds have 2 on and nobody out on the 5th.
Yeah.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1.
And it brings up Aiden Pushkar.
Oh, yeah.
I would be shocked if he's not bunting here, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt.
But we'll see what head coach Colton Hoffman has up his sleeve. You're number 5 for Coach Hoffman.
Yeah.
She's a West Middlesex grad, academic All-American at Gannon. Pushkar, lefty batter, struck out looking in the second, singled and scored in the third. And not bunting, swinging away, and Wyatt Burchill in center field drifts to his right, makes the catch for out number 1. So the Big Reds elect to not bunt, and Pushkar's out number 1.
Yeah, I like the gamble. Obviously, it didn't pay off, but
let the second baseman, number 3.
Let Pushkar, who's hitting with a lot of confidence, go ahead and swing away. See if you can't drive a run in.
Hit it well.
Right. Barreled it up, but just right at the center fielder.
A 1 down for Landon Zeck. Struck out on the second, grounded out to short in the third. Zeck 0 for 2. Burchell looking for another ground ball here. First pitch is a strike at the belt. 0-1 on the West Middlesex second baseman. David Lakatos, who had a 2-run single in the third, is on deck. The 0-1. And it's ripped to the hole on the left side. It's a base hit. Concar will get the stop sign at third. Bases are loaded. Landon Zeck's first hit of the afternoon. 3 singles in the inning for West Middlesex.
Yeah. And still only one
Now
out.
batting the left fielder, number 9, David Lakatos.
Yeah, Lakatos got a hit last time up. Was 1 for 14 coming into that at-bat. What do you think? Maybe some kind of a safety squeeze or something here with 1 out and man on third?
Well, bases are loaded, so the force is in play.
Yeah, right,
the quarter infielders are in, middle infield at double play depth. Outfield shallow. And Lakatos lines it to third, and the throwback to first gets it. Zeck goes back to the bag. He was DOA because he stumbled and fell. Run scores on the play. It is 7-2 West Middlesex. Concar scores on the throwing error.
Yeah, if Saegertown is not able to come back in this game, you got to look at a moment like that and say, what a golden opportunity they had to get out of the inning. And but instead, ball is thrown away, and West Middlesex adds an insurance run.
An unearned run. As Zeck he went down, lost his footing, but gets bailed out by the errant throw by the third baseman Schaefer.
Yeah. Caught a line drive, had all day to throw it, and just threw it away.
Not allowed Concar to score easily. Kent went to third on the play as well. 7-2 West Middlesex in the fifth. Burchill set at the belt. Now time granted to Golub, who's over 2 with a walk and a run scored. Of course, the inning started with the play not made at first.
Right, that's right, yeah.
More so the pitcher not getting over there to cover.
Yeah, that Concar is already here. He scored here, so that's just a lot of. Would you say uncharacteristic, Ryan, errors?
Yeah, it's a young team playing in a championship game.
Saegertown, yeah.
West Middlesex had some jitters early. Zeck takes off for second. He's hung up. They throw over to third, and Zeck will steal second on the play as the throw went back to try to get Kent. So Zeck. He's had a full inning here.
Sure has.
Base hit. Looked like he was going to be doubled off.
Yeah.
Fell down, got back up. Able to get back safely. Now he steals second.
He just didn't want to go into the dugout without doing something and face Coach Hoffman.
0-2 swing and a miss. Goal to chase one out of the zone. Burchill records his third strikeout. Check it. That's his first strikeout, and that ends the inning. But the Big Reds pick up an unearned run. 1 run, 3 hits. 1 error, 2 left. Middle of the fifth. 7-2 West Middlesex on top. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7. Brought to you by Grove City Area Federal Credit Union.
Look at the background.
Oh, that's the year we put the vinyl siding on, isn't it?
Can you believe it's been 41 years?
Looking at the siding, no. It seems like only yesterday.
Just don't look in the mirror. Oh, don't do that. I was just joshing you. Oh, boy.
Warner's Home and Improvements has a lifetime fade warranty on siding and has worked with the same manufacturer for 40 years. Need siding? Check out Warner's Home and Improvements at warnerconstruction.com.
That's not what I meant.
Faye's Pub and Grill is proud to award the April 2024 Mercer County Team of the Month. Faye's is proud to announce that Sharon Softball is the April Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to Sharon coach Dave Bodine and his outstanding softball team, as they are the April Faye's Pub and Grill Mercer County Team of the Month. The Sharon Tiger Softball Team, the April Faye's Team of the Month. For more information, go to Faye'sPubandGrill.com. Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
By Gardner.
Bottom of the fifth. The top of the order due for Saegertown. 7-2 West Middlesex with the lead, along with Chris Burtch. Ryan Briggs with you today. Update in District 10 softball. Sharon leading Harbor Creek 4-3, middle of the fifth. And the first pitch to Levi Gardner's roped through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Gardner with his first hit of the afternoon. He is now 1 for 3.
Now batting,
Saegertown
the left
lineup,
fielder,
Chris,
number
so
11,
deep and dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's, you look at that insurance run that West Middlesex added, you can't help but maybe think they're going to need that.
Brings up Luke Young. Singled and scored in the first, struck out in the third against Kyle Gilson. Gilson throws over to first, Gardner back safely. Wind continues to gust and continues to swirl. Was blowing in, then from right to left, now appears to be maybe starting to blow in a little bit, but
right.
One of those ones that you could stand in left field and put your finger in the air and stand in right and get two different answers.
Right.
This one's punched back up towards the middle, grabbed by shortstop Blant near the bag, throws to second, or steps on second, throws the first in time. Double play.
Wow.
A 6-3 double play, Blant into Briggs.
Yeah, how about Bland made it?
That
was a tough play. It was kind of cue balled,
Burchill.
so it had a funny spin on it. Was able to make it perfectly, make sure that he stepped on the bag, and then made a good throw to first. And great play by the West Middlesex shortstop.
Blake Burchill standing in, and he will drive a single through the left side for a base hit. His second hit of the afternoon. And Saegertown looks to get things started with two down. Burchill 2 for 3 with a run batted in and a run scored. That'll bring up Wyatt Burchill. Officially looking for his first at bat of the day. Hit by a pitch in the first, walked in the third. Wyatt Burchill, the lefty, takes ball 1 from lefty Kyle Gilson.
Yeah, Gilson, I keep looking for signs of maybe him, getting a little bit of fatigue or laboring a bit. Still haven't seen any.
This one's driven out to right. It's a base hit. Pushkar up with it quickly. But now first and second with 2 down. And boy, that double play really looming large now.
Really large.
Now batting the
shortstop. Of course, some Saegertown that did not turn a double play last half inning.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, so just two really good hitters. The Burchills, the last two batters, getting the barrel on the ball to get hits.
And Blake Leslie will dump one into left. It is a base hit. Lakatos sub with it quickly. Throw back to the infield, cut off by Gold. It is a 2-out single. Burchill scores 3 straight singles with 2 down. Saegertown has cut it to 7-3 and looking for more.
Yeah, 3 straight singles on fastballs. That's going to bring Coach Colton Hoffman out to the mound.
The entire infield will come to the mound as well. 7-3, Big Reds on top, but Saegertown with 2 on and 2 down for DeMarcus Manning, who will bat when we resume action. Don't forget, later today, Lakeview and Sharpsville 2A title game. First pitch scheduled for 2:30. We'll get the official start time, of course, once this one concludes, from Tournament Director Vanoy. Always good to see Matt here.
Yeah.
Saw him on I was here the other day, too, for the Sharon-Meadville baseball game. Very good, a really good high school baseball game that one was. Meadville winning 3-0.
Yeah.
So Meadville playing Cathedral Prep in the 4A title game today.
Easy one.
2 on, 2 down for DeMarcus Manning. He's 0 for 2. Runners take off on the pitch. This one driven out the right. Pushkar towards the line. Fighting the wind. Makes a basket catch to end the inning.
That was a big play right there by Pushkar to close it out.
1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 2 left, and a big double play in the 5th. Saegertown cuts the lead to 7-3. We'll be back with the top of the 6th after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Retirement plan is a tax-deferred retirement savings program for self-employed individuals. Previously known as KEO or HR10 plans, they are now known as SEP IRA, Simple 401k, or Self-Employed 401k, and are established for self-employed individuals. For more information about these plans, please call David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, at 724-458-5233, or stop by 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania, 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks. Distributions from traditional IRAs and employer-sponsored retirement plans are taxed as ordinary income, and if taken prior to reaching age 59 and a half, may be subject to additional 10% IRS tax penalty.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
On to the sixth, 7-3 West Middlesex with the lead. The Big Reds have Bowen Briggs, Kyle Gilson, Tyler Blanton due against the Saegertown reliever Blake Burchill. Burchill came on in the second. Wyatt Burchill, the starter, is the pitcher of record so far for Saegertown. Blake Burchill, 3-1 this year. It's his 7th appearance, and certainly one of his longer ones of the season.
Yeah. Briggs and Gilson been a deadly combination here. So,
and Briggs will loop this one down the left field line, just foul. Likely would have been extra bases. Instead, it's a 120-foot foul ball for Briggs, who is 2 for 3, 2-run single, and scored a run in the second.
Yeah, that one might have been affected by the wind. Kind of hung up there a little bit and just fouled down the third base line.
Well, the ones that didn't have a lot of hang time, but had enough hang time to be affected by this wind today.
Yep.
Burchill's 0-1 to Briggs, and this one is bounced on the left side. Schaefer, the third baseman, near the bag, throws across, and a nice play by Manning, the backhand pick for out number 1.
It's 3 or 4 of those for Manning. He's kind of bailed his infielders out a few times.
One down for Kyle Gilson. Gilson, 2 for 2 with a walk and a run batted in.
Gilson.
We're in the top of the 6th, 7-3 West Middlesex leading. Both teams will advance to the state tournament, which starts in 1 week. First pitch bounces in. The District 10 champion will face the District 7 at number 3 team, which is either Carmichael's or Avella. They will play at Washington and Jefferson College's Ross Memorial Park in the District 7 consolation game. I believe that is tomorrow, but that's not been determined. The District 10 runner-up will face the District 7 champion, either Eden Christian or Bishop Canavan. The District 7 1A bracket is all out of sorts. I believe Carmichael's and Avella, you have the 8 and the 6 seed playing, and Eden, the 2, playing the number 4 seed. Canavan in the title game, but a lot of upsets down there.
Yeah, how about that?
Count 1-0 on Kyle Gilson. And that one catches the outer third for a strike, 1-1.
That's a couple of times they've gotten Gilson with that. Just that pitch right on the outside corner.
1 ball, 1 strike. Burchill deals, breaking ball. It's punched on the left side, grabbed by Leslie, the shortstop, as he goes to the turf. So out number 2, and for the first time today, Kyle Gilson retired by Saegertown pitching.
Now batting.
Yeah, he got all of it too. Really barreled it up, but shortstop out there made a really nice play. Had to jump. Leslie probably only about 5'2", but got every bit of his vertical leap there to go get it.
First pitch to Tyler Blanton. Foul down the left field line, and it's going to land a couple of feet beyond the fence, right where it starts to angle out back towards fair territory. I guess it would be angling in.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where it was an off-speed pitch, and it was up there by the brim of his helmet. He was able to just kind of swat it out there, but that's usually what happens if you hit that pitch. It's going to be a pulled foul ball.
Blanton, 0 for 3 today. Struck out in the first, grounded out the third in the second, flew out to center in the fourth. 4 for 8 in the postseason. And hits a 1-hopper to second. Gardner with it, throws over to first. In time, Blanton 0 for 4. His modest hitting streak in some jeopardy. Zeros across for the Big Reds. We go to the bottom of the 6th. West Middlesex still on top, however. 7-3. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7. Brought to you by Grove City Area Federal Credit Union.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Debt relief is within reach with help from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help with affordable financial solutions and lower monthly payments. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with zero closing costs until June 30th. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, members of the NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Bottom of the sixth inning, Kyle Gilson, back up on the hill for West Middlesex, and he will face the bottom third of the Saegertown order: William Schaefer, Gabe Jordan, and Everett Gardner. 7, 8, and 9. 7-3 West Middlesex, 6 outs away from a third straight District 10 title.
How about that? This West Middlesex team, of course, coming in with an under 500 record in the regular season, playing in that brutal Region 1, but here they are on the brink.
First pitch is a roller on the right side. Zek, the second baseman, throws off the mark, pulls Briggs off the bag. So the throwing error will let the leadoff man reach for Saegertown here in the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, he had more time than he thought. He was on his knees when he made the play, and he kind of threw it from his knees, and I think he had time to pop up and make a good throw.
Gabe Jordan showing bunt, and he will it'll be fielded by Gilson. He'll throw it over to Briggs. A little surprised to see a sacrifice bunt in this situation,
Yeah,
Chris.
really. A nice play by Gilson, though, huh? Just no hesitation, went and got it, and then that allowed the first baseman Bowen Briggs to stay put.
It goes as a sacrifice 1-3. Schaefer at second, but now one down, and Saegertown down to its final 5 outs.
Yeah.
And swinging at the first pitch, Everett Gardner pops it in foul territory. Briggs cannot make the catch. So that will go as an error, the second error of the inning and fourth of the game for the Big Reds.
Yeah, and again, the problem there, is it's not a big deal. Okay, so he dropped a pop fly in foul territory, but the problem there is, all of a sudden, pitch count becomes a problem, and, all of those things.
Gardner, who's 0 for 2, stays alive. Swing and a miss. It's now 0-2.
You can hear somebody over there towards the Big Reds bench is saying, go right at him with the fastball.
Gardner asks for time, and it's granted to him. 7-3, the lead, but a couple of errors here in the bottom of the sixth for West Middlesex, giving Saegertown a little life. 0-2, skied out into short center field, coming on and making the catch is Kent out in center field for out number 2.
It looked for a second, didn't it, Ryan? Like he didn't see it real well off the bat. And the shortstop, went out to get it, and he finally, I got it now. And Kent was able to make a nice play.
Also one of those ones with a big swing, the ball really doesn't go anywhere.
No, right.
But so Everett Gardner 0 for 3 brings up Levi Gardner, who's 1 for 3, singled in his last at bat, last inning. Gilson's first pitch, driven out to left. Lacados is there and cannot make the catch. He'll drop in. Schaefer scores. It's 7-4. An E7.
Now batting
a ball that was about thigh high.
Yeah.
It drops in. 7-4. Saegertown. The Flames are starting to get fanned a little bit.
Right. Yeah, Lacados, the problem there is he went back a step and then had to come sprinting in and then had to go down to his knees to try to make the catch on the dying fly ball.
First pitch high to Luke Young, and Levi Gardner will steal second. Throw very late. So he's in scoring position now. Luke Young, 1 for 3 today, singled and scored in the first, struck out on the third, hit into a double play, a 6-3 double play in the fifth.
Yeah, Colton Hoffman about halfway to the foul line, kind of admonishing his defense there, like, hey, let's get things together.
Gilson's 1-0, swing and a miss. It's now 1-1.
Yeah, this is a big moment right here. You know, you just kind of get the feeling that if Gilson can go get him here and get out of this inning.
1-1, in for a strike at the knees, 1-2 now.
Nice pitch and a big moment right there. But yeah, Luke Young, if he can drive this run and get it to 7-5, then that kind of changes everything.
Gilson unofficially at 88 pitches today. Limit 105 in the playoffs. The 1-2 out of the high set. Gilson deals. Breaking ball that stays outside, 2-2.
Right, and that's, again, as he approaches his 90th pitch here, all of these errors have added, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitches, that
2-2, called strike 3. Strikeout number 8 and a big one to clean up the mess in the 6th. Saegertown gets a run. 1 run without benefit of the hit. There were 3 errors and 1 left. On to the 7th. 7-4 West Middlesex leads. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounding it. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Most roofing companies last 1 year. Warner's Homes and Improvements in Mercer have been installing high-quality roofs quickly and professionally since 1958. Warner's Homes and Improvements, an Owens Corning preferred contractor, offers a 50-year roof warranty. Need a new roof? Call Warner's Home and Improvements at warnerconstruction.com.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
The catcher number 0, Caleb Conkar.
Caleb Conkar to lead off the top of the 7th for West Middlesex. The Big Reds with a 7-4 lead in this District 10 1A championship game. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you today here at what is now mostly sunny Meadville, Pennsylvania.
Crazy.
Caleb Conkar to lead off. He is 1 for 3 with a run scored. He takes Burchill's first pitch low for a ball. And there was a lot of debate. Well, they're going to play or postpone, and they said, let's take a look at it, and the forecast improved, and
it's been okay.
1-0 strike at the knees, 1-1. I know on the way up, ran through a couple brief showers, but we've had a little drizzle here early on, but overall, it's all things considered, especially what the forecast has looked like for the last 72 hours. This is spectacular.
No doubt. Right. Yeah.
Burchill's 1-1, swing and a miss. Conkar chased that one outside. It is 1-2.
You look off to the distance in center field, that's white puffy clouds and blue sky.
We'll take some more of that, please.
Yes.
We have another game after this. 1-2, swing and a miss. Conkar down on strikes.
Now
Second strikeout for Blake Burchill.
Logan Kent.
Conkar now 1 for 4. Brings up Logan Kent, singled and scored in the 2nd. Reached on a force play and scored in the 3rd. Singled in the 5th. So Kent 2 for 3. He's now 5 for 9 in the postseason.
Oof. That was a great pitch there by Burchill. Just a curveball that dropped off the table.
Strike 1 on Kent, who played as a pinch runner in last year's game, a 2-0 West Middlesex win. He was a pinch runner and scored. Burchill's 0-1. Way outside. Count even at a ball and a strike. Saegertown in the bottom of the 7th will have 3, 4, and 5 to Blake Burchill, Wyatt Burchill, and Blake Leslie. 1-1 strike at the belt, 1-2. The 1-2. Breaking ball high, 2-2. If you're thinking as far as for West Middlesex, if Gilson cannot complete it,
right?
Again, it's going to be close pitch count wise.
Yes.
Who would be next in line? Maybe Logan Kent. Roman Golub has one save, but rather limited experience. The 2-2 foul down the right field line.
He can. How many pitches does he get over 105 if he starts the inning under?
Well, it's you get to the at bat. Like if you start at bat at 103,
oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
You can finish the at bat.
It's not the inning, not the at bat. That's right. So yeah. So that's kind of a drama right now for West Middlesex.
2-2 bounces in 3-2. Blake Burchill unofficially 75 pitches, 52 strikes, 23 balls. He has retired 6 in a row. But a run scored in that span thanks to a throwing error after a lineout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away in the 7th. The pitch, outside ball 4. Kent works the walk. He is on base once again.
Oh, now batting, the right fielder, number 1.
Yeah, Briggs, here's a stat about Kyle Gilson. When he starts the next inning, that will be his 57th inning. The other pitchers for West Middlesex combined have only thrown 57. So,
and we're going to have a pitching change. See Nick Leslie coming out of the first base dugout. And that will be it for him. So changes for Saegertown. We'll take a quick break. We'll tell you about all the moving parts when we come back. 7-4 West Middlesex leads. More 7th inning action coming up after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Tax team at Reed and Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service. Reed and Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed and Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed and Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online at reedanddaly.com.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Changes for Saegertown. Levi Gardner will come in from right field to pitch. 8th appearance of the season, 11 innings pitched. He has no record. 10 hits, 16 strikeouts, 4 walks, an ERA of 1.27. His last outing, May 13th against Iroquois, pitched 1 inning. So Levi Gardner comes in from right to pitch. Blake Burchill goes back to third. And William Schaefer, the third baseman, goes back to right. So as Maxine Nightingale sang, right back where we started from.
Yeah, I got that old... by this time of the season, usually all those kind of rotation things are pretty set in stone. Everybody knows what's going to happen.
7-4 West Middlesex with the lead. Logan Kent is on first with 1 down. The pitching line for the reliever Blake Burchill is not complete, but so far 4 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, only 1 earned, however, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. And now Gardner on to pitch in the 7th, looking to keep it here and give his team a shot in the home half of the 7th.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's always I think it's a very difficult thing to go from the field to the mound in the middle of an inning and pitch. So we'll see what if West Middlesex maybe can't add an insurance run here against the lefty Levi Gardner.
And it will be Aiden Pushkar, the lefty batter, to face the lefty pitcher. So he faced the lefty starter, Wyatt Burchill, back in the 2nd and struck out looking. Pushkar singled off of Blake Burchill in the 3rd and scored a run, also flew out to center. So Pushkar 1 for 3. Wilkinson still doing the catching, Manning at first, Everett Gardner at 2nd. Blake Burchill back at 3rd with Leslie at short. The first pitch to Pushkar. is fouled off of Pushkar in the batter's box. It's 0-1.
Everybody was screaming at him to take off, but I think he knew that he fouled it off of his foot.
Luke Young is in left. Wyatt Burchill in center, and William Schaefer back in right after an extended stint at third base. 0-1 bounces in 1-1. Seen the right fielder coming in and play third. How many times over the years in the majors you see they try to make outfielders into third basemen?
I know.
Be it Bobby Bonilla or Pedro Guerrero. Mike Shannon did it for the Cardinals, the world champion Cardinals in '67 for Roger Maris. 1-1 on the outside corner, 1-2. Even Andy Van Slyke played some third base for the Cardinals.
I did not know that, but it makes sense. Yeah, you figure the arm, right? I mean,
1-2 breaking ball.
Oof.
Didn't miss by much. 2-2.
Miss by much there. Yeah, there hasn't been much argument from the coaches about the strike zone, but that got the Saegertown coaches. That got their attention.
It was close, certainly. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The pitch to Pushkar. Bouncer on the right side. Everett Gardner, the second baseman, with it. Throws to Leslie for 1. The relay back to first late. So Kent is retired 4-6. Pushkar reaches on the force play. But now 2 down for Landon Zeck. Zeck singled and stole a base in the 5th. He is 1 for 3. It's turned out to be a rather pleasant day in the Tool City.
Yes.
Pushkar's first pitch is a strike. We're here at Garbark Field, named for a longtime coach Bob Garbark, who coached from the 40s until 1979 here at Allegheny. Wow. One of his most famous protege, Glenn Beckert. 0-1, there goes Pushkar, pitch in the dirt, no play. Pushkar steals second. Of course, Beckert was the second baseman for the Cubs in the 60s into the 70s. Wow. Teaming with Don Kessinger. Ron Santo at third, Ernie Banks at first.
Yeah, not bad.
Hall of Famers in the corners and 2 pretty good guys up the middle.
Yeah.
Don Kessinger was also the last player manager in the American League.
Wow. Yeah.
For the 1979 White Sox.
That was right before the horrific idea to wear those shorts, right?
No, that was after that.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
The 1-1, a bouncer back to the mound. Gardner, wearing long pants, takes his time and throws it over.
Yeah, like what the heck?
That was one of the longer 1-3 putouts you'll see, but it does end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. The Big Reds are 3 outs away from a District 10 title. 7-4 West Middlesex leads. Back after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help with affordable financial solutions and lower monthly payments. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with 0 closing costs until June 30th. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of the NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Hey guys, Donnie Murphy. Yep, 40 years ago, I sold my first car right here at Fred Martin Ford on Mahonian Avenue. And although there has been a lot change in this industry, the one thing that will never change is our commitment to provide the most amount of vehicle for the best possible price while creating an experience and relationship that will last a lifetime. Come see the leader in Ford sales, Fred Martin Ford, where we sell for less, a lot less.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Leading off for Saegertown, the third baseman, number 24.
Part of the order due for Saegertown. Blake Burchill, Wyatt Burchill, Blake Leslie, 3, 4, and 5. West Middlesex leading 7-4. Kyle Gilson's 90th pitch of the afternoon bounces in for ball 1.
Yeah, I was going to say that might be the stat of the inning here is Gilson throwing pitch number 90 there.
That's an unofficial number.
Unofficial, yeah. Trying to get himself that complete game here.
1-0 outside, 2-0. Again, they have the official chart down in front of us, but I'm sure we're close.
Yeah, no doubt.
2-0 on the way from Gilson. Blake Burchill taking a strike. It's 2-1. Burchill singled in a run and scored in the first. Hit a comebacker to Gilson in the third. Singled and scored in the fifth.
Oh,
2-1 catches the outside corner. It's now 2-2.
Burchill, you could tell by his body language. He thought the first one caught the outside corner, but he did not think that one did. But he gets the call.
2-2 from Gilson. The lefty deals. And it's a bouncer back up the middle, and it sneaks through for a base hit. Blanton dove for it, but had just enough mustard on it to get through. Burchill is 3 for 4. And that'll bring up center fielder Wyatt Burchill. On base all 3 times. Hit by a pitch in the first, walked in the third, singled in the fifth.
And again, certainly the Saegertown hitters conscious of how many pitches they can.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Burchill with a big rip. Comes up empty. It's 0-1.
Nice inside fastball there. Burchill just couldn't get around on it.
Gilson out of the high set. The lefty's 0-1 to the lefty hitting Burchill. Fouled off the screen. It's 0-2. 7-4. West Middlesex with the lead. After the game, we'll have a recap. Our Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game. Maybe a word or two from the field. And then we will get you set for game 2 of our doubleheader at Lakeview and Sharpsville, the 2A championship game. 2:30, the scheduled first pitch, probably going to be later than that, as we're past 2 o'clock. 0-2 from Gilson. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 9. And a big first out in the 7th for the big lefty.
Yeah, that was huge.
Now batting the shortstop.
Not only getting that big out and getting Burchill, kind of in the rearview mirror, saving a bunch of pitches, too.
1 down for Blake Leslie, 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts today. Runner goes, first pitch high. Concar's sidearm throw down to second is high, and Burchill with a stolen base. That's, certainly risky.
Yeah. Yeah, Burchill obviously awfully confident about his ability to get a steal anytime, though.
But if you're thrown out, that is a long walk back to the dugout.
Yeah.
He's at second. The conventional double play no longer in order. 0-1 foul tip at the plate. 0-2 on Blake Leslie.
Yeah, this is pitch number 100 right here for Gilson.
DeMarcus Manning waiting on deck, and then William Schaefer if it gets there. 0-2. Misses. Didn't miss by much. It was off the plate and a little low. Count now 1-2 on the right hand hitting Leslie. Golub, third baseman, even with the bag off the line. The 1-2. Misses now 2-2. So perhaps one more batter after this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that not calling that pitch as a third strike there. That's maybe what that cost them.
2-2, swing and a miss. 10 strikeouts for Gilson, and all the Big Reds are 1 out away. DeMarcus Manning, who's 0 for 3. Grounded out to short in the first. Fouled out to first baseman Briggs in the fourth. Flew out to right in the fifth. Gilson, 1 out away from win number 7. First pitch, Manning taking all the way to a strike. 0-1 on DeMarcus Manning. Blake Burchill out at second with 2 away. The 0-1. Bouncer left side. Blanton, the shortstop, fields the high hop, throws over to first. West Middlesex has won the District 10 championship 7-4. The Big Reds come together in the middle of the diamond to celebrate their 3rd straight district championship for Saegertown in the 7th. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. West Middlesex wins the district championship 7-4. Chris, it was a bit of a shaky start for the Big Reds today, but overcame that. Some big hits from some maybe were not guys you would have expected. All in all, the Big Reds come out here with a win.
Yeah, no doubt, right. They had some unlikely, I guess you could say, heroes. Certainly made a bunch of plays in the field, and pitcher Kyle Gilson was, there's no other word for it other than awesome.
West Middlesex wins it 7-4. We'll have a full post game upcoming here. They'll have the trophy ceremony and so forth. Aaron Biro is back in the studio, and I believe I'm still waiting for Aaron to. If Aaron wants a break here, yeah, we will take a break. We're going to take a break. We will come back. Full post game. West Middlesex a winner 7-4. And okay, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Full post game. West Middlesex wins 7-4. You're listening to the District 10 playoffs on Sports Radio 96.7.
Roofing. We're a very local company that has great reviews online that we paid for. I mean, we earned. We just want to inspect your roof for damage for free. Just sign your life away here. Sign this contract?
You want me to sign a contract? Okay, wait. Look, I just met you like 30 seconds ago. And wait a minute. Look at that. You said you were local. Why do you have a Maryland license plate? That's as bad as the last guy that was here. He was from the other side of Pennsylvania. Look, never mind. I'm calling Western PA's best truly local roofing company. I'm calling Shell Restoration, whose office is like minutes away from my home. Look, you can see it. Not 6 hours like everyone else that's been here. Shell Restoration is an Owens Corning Platinum Roofing Company and one of the top 500 home remodeling companies in the United States, owned and operated right here in Western PA for over a decade. Put this in your phone. I'm going to give you their name. Call Shell Restoration. Put it in your phone. 800-663-8103. Are you putting it in? You can get a free no-obligation roof inspection.
No, the Joneses are at it again. That's the third party this week.
They can throw all those parties.
What's that supposed to mean?
They just got that new debt.
Oh, no. Here we go again.
Warner's Homes and Improvements bring a whole new meaning to backyard barbecues. Warner's Trex decking are engineered to resist fading, scratches, and stains, and eliminate time-consuming maintenance. For a custom-built Trex deck, make it Warner's Homes and Improvements at warnerconstruction.com.
When you're a grower, you know what it takes to thrive in the field. My bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier and the numbers all add up. My bank has experience when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Are you looking to volunteer for a great local cause? Buell Regional Health Foundation has partnered with Remote Area Medical to provide a free dental clinic for those in our community. The dental clinic will be held at Sharon High School on Saturday and Sunday, June 8th and 9th. The dental clinic is staffed by volunteers and is looking for dental professionals, medical professionals, and everyone else. This is your chance to make a difference in the health of our community. For more information and instructions to register as a volunteer, visit buhlregionalhealthfoundation.org/dental.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
A will enables you to specify who you want to inherit your property and other assets. Healthcare documents spell out your wishes for healthcare if you become unable to make medical decisions for yourself. Naming a beneficiary for bank or retirement accounts make these payable upon death. Have you recently assessed your life insurance coverage? Call David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, to review your estate needs at 724-458-5233 or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania, 16127. Estate planning can involve a complex web of tax rules and regulations. Please consult an estate planning attorney prior to making any financial decisions. Cetera does not offer tax or legal services. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC. Member FINRA, SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks. For a comprehensive review of your personal situation, always consult with a tax or legal advisor. Neither Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, nor any of its representatives may give legal or tax advice.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
The celebration ongoing right now. West Middlesex a winner 7-4. The total 7 runs, 10 hits, 5 errors for West Middlesex, 7 left on, 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Saegertown. Saegertown leaves on 8. And our Chris Burtch is down there with, he's going to have Colton Hoffman in a minute. Had to hand off young Peyton his, or no, it's one of the kids anyway.
Yeah.
So Colton Hoffman's down there.
Kyle Gilson over too. Yeah, Briggsy. Yeah, down here with victorious West Middlesex head coach Colton Hoffman, and this one has to be sweet. Last year you kind of went in thinking, you were kind of the co-favorite in the tournament. This year you sneak in here and get another District 10 title. That's to feel great.
Hey, we'll get the 1 seed eventually, right? As long as we keep winning, man, it's a great group of kids, and we battled. I told them just compete every pitch. We didn't get off to a great start. You couldn't have, you would never would have known. I mean, we started this season 2-6, and it's just been a grind with a young team that's gotten better and better every game, every week. And man, where they're playing some really, you can't tell they're freshmen and sophomores now. You just know they're baseball players.
It's in moments like this where you're actually grateful for that unbelievably tough schedule against the really good 2A teams.
Oh, absolutely. Playing Lakeview, Sharpsville, Mercer, Greenville, Wilmington, man. We went 1-9 against those teams. They're all really good. Right. But guess what? They get us ready for pitching we see today. They get us ready for the lineups we saw today. And, man, this kid's a bulldog. He got to watch Richie Preston the last couple years do it as a leader for us. And he's a sophomore, but, man, he has stepped right into those shoes. I can't be more proud of him than I am right now.
How nervous were you there when you got into that 100 pitch area and you're like, okay, we got to get this guy?
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're confident in the other guys we have, but they're not Kyle. I mean, that's just and everyone on the team knows it. We are confident in those guys to come in and get outs, but they're not Kyle. And Kyle said he was feeling good, short rest. He wanted to finish the ball game, and he did.
Right. Well, we'll bring Kyle in here. Kyle, just an amazing performance by you today. You seemed to get stronger as the game went on. Did you feel like that?
Felt like it gave me a little bit to warm up, and when I got there, I was feeling good.
Yeah, one thing I saw out of you today that you were just kind of like you worked quick, you got ahead of the hitters, and it just seemed to be a formula that worked for you all day.
Yeah, it's always a goal. It always tell us get ahead first pitch, and that's what my goal was today.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on getting the District 10 title and the complete game win in the District 10 title game. Go enjoy yourself with your teammates.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, and Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we're the first school to ever win 3 in a row in Mercer County. Yes. I believe so.
Yeah.
I got some very proud juniors and seniors right now that they're gonna leave a legacy on this program. So I'm just so proud of those juniors and seniors.
That's an amazing stat right there. And again, Coach, let you go on this last question here. As you kind of head into the state tournament here, and all of a sudden you guys are playing great baseball. Everything else, of course, this kind of feels like house money. But again, just an awesome season. Another District 10 title for you. Has to feel great.
It feels amazing. We always think we're going to win when this kid's pitching, and we'll go do some scouting the next couple days, see who we're going to play. And this kid, I hope he's ready in a week, and we'll go from there. Right. But we're not practicing tomorrow. We're going to enjoy this one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Again, congrats, Kyle. Congrats, Coach. Go enjoy this one with your guys.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Coach. You got it. Yep. All right, you got it, Kyle. Yep. All right, Briggsy, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Chris Burtch. Doing a great job with Colton Hoffman, the head coach, as well as West Middlesex pitcher Kyle Gilson, who is the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game. And like all of our players of the game, Kyle Gilson has received a customized T-shirt courtesy of 2J's&B Screen Printing and Gifts in Hermitage. Gilson today gets the win. He's 7-3. 7 innings, 9 hits allowed, but 10 strikeouts, only 1 walk. And then at the plate, he was big too. 2 for 3 with a run batted in. The Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game is Kyle Gilson. He throws a complete game, helping West Middlesex to the victory, 7-4 in the District 10 championship game. So Chris is now repositioning the microphone, and we can pull some cord back in. Chris was not hired for his technical expertise. There we go. Good job, Chris. Great job, the interview. then he'll be rejoining us here as our post-game continues. We'll have a full game recap when we come back. 7-4 West Middlesex a winner. You're listening to the post-game on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Debt relief is within reach with help from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help with affordable financial solutions and lower monthly payments. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with zero closing costs until June 30th. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, members of the NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Agriculture is more than a business. It's a way of life. My bank understands agriculture. They're local. They're here for the long haul. Agriculture is a business that varies like the weather. That's why I need a financial partner I can grow with, in good times and bad, whether or not.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
Debt relief is within reach with help from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help with affordable financial solutions and lower monthly payments. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with zero closing costs until June 30th. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, members of the NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Simmers Crane is proud to support local companies that are keeping our valley strong. The demand for workers has never been higher. If you're looking for work, now is the time to rejoin our workforce. No matter what your skills or education, our valley needs you.
Simmers Crane is one of the last independently owned full-service companies in the region. They're looking for maintenance technicians for their service department, as well as industrial electricians with motor control experience, mechanics, millwrights, and certified welders. Simmers Crane services industrial overhead traveling cranes and material handling equipment, so you will be traveling to and working in their customer facilities. They also need mechanical, electrical, and civil engineers to design and manage projects. No matter what your skill level, Simmers Crane would like to talk to you. See the list of open positions at simmerscrane.com.
Keeping our valley strong, brought to you by Simmers Crane. Visit simmerscrane.com.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We are back here at Allegheny College. Ryan Briggs with you, along with Chris Burtch. We have Aaron Biber in the studio producing our doubleheader here today. Game number 1, West Middlesex, a 7-4 victory over Saegertown in the District 10 championship game. So West Middlesex goes to 10-11 overall. Saegertown, the top seed in the tournament. Panthers, they're not done. They're 18-3. They will go into the district tournament, or the state tournament, as the District 10 runner-up. West Middlesex will play either Carmichael's or Avella. Those teams will play tomorrow down in Washington, the District 7 number 3 team. And D10 runner-up Saegertown gets the champion from District 7, Eden Christian or Bishop Canavan. Saegertown took a 2-0 lead in the first inning. West Middlesex had first and third with one down in the first, but did not score. Saegertown gets to Luke Young. Blake Burchill with singles, hit by a pitch in there. Burchill singling in Young. A couple of errors helping open the door, and Saegertown had a 2-0 lead. West Middlesex gets 4, however, in the second inning. 2 out, Logan Kent singled, and 2 out walks to Cameron Miles and Roman Gola, but Bowen Briggs a 2-run single. Kyle Gilson a single, made it 4-2. 2 more in the sixth as David Lacados, who came in, he had a 2-run single, would make it 6-2 in the seventh. Caleb Conkar scores on an air. Saegertown gets a run in the 5th, one in the 6th, but that's it, 7-4. And we'll see if, as we turn our attention, we're kind of in between here with getting the gate coaches as we're able. Lakeview Sharpsville. We'll see if Chris Burtch is ready with Coach Beath. Are they ready? They're ready. Okay, well, Lakeview and Sharpsville is our second game. Lakeview skipper Bill Beath is with our Chris Burtch.
All right. Thanks, Briggsy. Yeah, we're down on the field here with Lakeview coach Bill Beath. And, Coach, another Memorial Day, another game with Sharpsville on Memorial Day. How's your team doing right now?
We're excited to be here. And like you said, it's you can almost mark your calendar the last few years, Lakeview Sharpsville Memorial Day. And it's been a goal of ours to get here all year, and thankful we're here.
Able to go with your ace Maddox Bell today. How's his confidence level coming into this one?
I think he's very confident. We've kind of took it easy on him this year. We didn't pitch him a lot as we did last year, so hopefully he'll be fresh and be able to work ahead of batters and get us some outs.
Yeah, I mean that's the one strategy question that I would have for you is playing this Sharpsville team again, obviously for a third time. Any kind of wrinkles that you're throwing in as far as the game plan?
Not really. We got to do a better job of hitting. We haven't hit the last couple of games, and I think if we hit and play good defense, I think we'll be all right.
Right. Coach, congrats on a great regular season. Congrats on getting back here, and good luck today.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Yep.
All right, thank you very much, Chris Burtch, with Lakeview head coach Bill Beath as we get set for the second part of our doubleheader, Lakeview and Sharpsville, coming up at did we get an official start time? 2:45-ish. Okay, right now it is 2:22, so a little bit of time yet, but that's okay. We'll have to get the lineups and so forth put together. But Lakeview and Sharpsville game 2 coming up here in a little while. Just putting a bow on game 1. Kyle Gilson, Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game. 7 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 10 strikeouts, and 1 walk. On the Saegertown, Wyatt Burchill went 1 2/3, 3 hits allowed, 3 runs, all earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. He took the loss. He'll finish, or I shouldn't say he finishes, but he goes to 4-1. Saegertown not done. Blake Burchill went 4 2/3 in relief, giving up 4 runs, 1 earned, 7 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Levi Gardner recorded the final 2 outs in relief. 7-4 West Middlesex with the win. We'll come back with more. Well, maybe not. We're going to keep it here as Chris has tracked down Sharpsville head coach Ryan Morris, and they're ready. So let's go down and hear what Coach Mo has to say with Coach Burtch.
Yeah, thanks, Briggsy. Yeah, down on the field again here with Sharpsville head coach Ryan Morris, and Coach, obviously a very familiar foe. Lakeview, you played them twice this year. You obviously played them in this game last year. Just some of your general thoughts heading into this one.
We had an idea that we were going to see these guys again in the playoffs, and here we are. So hopefully we're ready to go today.
Yeah, going with Colin Summers as your starting pitcher today. He's a guy that's just a battler, a gamer. Talk about your confidence level in him heading into this one.
Yeah, he's like I said before, he's one of our leaders, and we gave him the rock today. We'll see what he can do for us.
All right, Coach. Always appreciate you taking a little bit of time with us, and if things go well for you, we'll talk to you after the game.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Good luck, Coach. Yep. All right.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. Chris with Sharpsville head coach Ryan Morse. Of course, the coaches, they're doing infield, outfield, getting the guys ready, and always enjoy getting a minute or two with each of those guys here. They get these multiple games. Sometimes our normal format, we deviate a bit from it, but we make it work. As we say, it is jazz, not symphony. You're allowed to improvise a little bit. Sharpsville and Lakeview meeting in the District 10 championship for the second straight year. West Middlesex defeating Saegertown for the second straight year in our first game, 7-4. So with that, we're going to put a bow on game 1. We're going to take a break. This will be a little bit of a longer break, not exceptionally long, but an extra minute or so. Those of you who are listening on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook, this stream will end. A new stream is going to start for game 2, the Sharpsville and Lakeview game. And those of you listening on iHeart or over the air, wherever you are, maybe sitting on the deck enjoying a beverage today or driving around in the car, we'll be right here. So we're going to shift gears. When we come back, Lakeview Sharpsville will focus our attention on the nightcap of our doubleheader District 10 2A championship game between two Mercer County squads. We'll have more from Allegheny College's Garbark Field after this on Sports Radio 96.7